Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Oh. Mic check. Mic check. Check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Check, check. Check, check, check. Yeah. We back, baby. Yeah. We back, baby. Let me fix my camera real quick, y'all. Let me fix it. It look different now. I don't know. I guess the shade from outside or something, the lighting from outside that changed a little bit. But it is what it is. What's good, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. We back, baby. We back, baby. My AAA family. Yes, we in here. Jordan Wright. I see you. Bino, JB718, Uncle J, Brett, Trina is in here, man. Who was first? Let me go. Oh, yeah, my boy, Zach Wilges. Y'all already know he came through with the first comment of the day on the stream. My boy, Brett was right behind him. Trina was right behind him. Then Brett followed up. My boy, Moonrocker up early in the morning with it. Let's go, man. Kyle Hirsch. What's good, family? Southern Red, how you feeling? Y'all let me know how your boy do. It sound good today, y'all. We back. You absolutely right, Bama Fan 95. My guy Davin Jones is in the building. James Knox, he said, roll tide till I die. Coach Smook Morning Show, Coach Smook Network, AAA family. We all in here. What's up, James? Shane B. 2 days until fall camp. Yeah, man. If you been paying attention to Twitter, man, it's a lot of stuff being leaked, man. A lot of people losing their credibility with some of the stuff that's being reported. Y'all better be careful what you follow. I'm telling you, y'all know Coach Smook. I'm gonna just keep it authentic. I'm gonna make it do what it do, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up for real this morning, y'all. I see everybody popping in the chat. Bentley boy, what's good, my guy? My guy, my sister Megan is in the building. How you feeling, Megan? Look, I'm glad to see y'all in here this morning for real, man. It's good. We starting the week off strong, man. Tough weekend for Bama recruiting. Not really tired, you know. We starting to slim it down. You know, we had a lot of early guys jump on early and commit early, and you're seeing a lot of recruits that's coming on late that's committing now. They're starting to push a few of those guys out when it comes to coming in and competing against those guys in their class. And we're gonna talk a little bit about it today, and we're gonna get into it. I got some good insight. I got some good intel to put y'all on, stuff to think about. Not saying that I know everything, but yeah, I had like 2 good conversations Sunday and yeah, I got some stuff to put y'all on. So stay tuned for that, man. One day closer to that Bama football kickoff, 100% the Kinesis. I feel you, man. I'm so ready, man. Let's go. Jordan right in the building. Jay, Uncle Jay, what's good, Uncle Jay, man? Look, hopefully you able to call in today, man. Hey, listen, 100%, man. I told y'all last time we was on here, man, that kid, he need to make up his mind. We're going to talk about all that today. Trina, if you want to come in and do what you can in the background, I would greatly appreciate it. You still have your access. So if you want to pull up and try, that would definitely go awesome today, especially today, man, because I want the show to be able to flow. Here on the Coach Smook Morning Show, y'all, I'm so glad to see that y'all are here supporting today. And once again, by random selection, if you want to become a supporter, a co-sponsor on the stream today, which is powered by the AAA family. This stream being powered by the AAA family. And shout out to my brother Rico for the custom beat for the Coach Smook Network and the AAA family, y'all. Shout out Rico Mitchell, man. Doing this thing, helping the network, keeping it popping over here. You know what I'm saying? My glasses just feel weird, y'all. I'm ready to go get a pair anyway. But yeah, appreciate y'all. But y'all, if you want to become a co-sponsor of this stream, man, being that all my AAA family, if you're a member of this channel, you're already a sponsor of this stream. But you want to become a co-sponsor, Super Chats is set to orange, man. We did the random selection this morning. Had Boss Lady before I got on. She's headed to her appointment, and we were just strategizing, and she was like, orange is the color today. So definitely shout out to Boss Lady for doing what she do. You know, you get what I'm saying? Doing what she do, keeping this ship running. And everybody, thank y'all for doing what y'all do. Travelpreneur Podcast is in the building. Look at Shane B. We probably losing Derek Smith too. I told y'all last week, man. I told y'all. Anquan Fagans is on campus, man. He was the number 1 target, you know. And Derek Smith is an uber athlete. He doesn't know which side of the ball he wants to play on yet at the second level. We were already automatically put him at safety. Love him at safety, but he's just as good as wide receiver too. Maybe he wants to go and check out some options where he could possibly play in somebody else's offense. You know, the staff has already told him where they want him at. Shout out to JB718 talking about, let's go, AAA RV Smook. You already know. Listen, I'm telling you, I put my name in that competition. The drawing's supposed to be today. Let's see what that drawing do. Y'all keep your boy in prayers, man. If we get that If we get that RV for the Coast Smook Network, man, we gonna be traveling, boy, busting everywhere. Gonna have me a little crew. Well, if they want to go get the steppers so we can find the ones who want to be here, 100%, Susan. I love how y'all coming in sounding off this morning. Let me know how you feel. As a matter of fact, when we open the phone lines, I think today's phone line segment, the way I'm gonna try to do the layout today, I'm gonna do a 15-minute synopsis of a topic, right? And then I'm gonna open up phone lines up for the other 35 to 40 minutes of that hour. And that's going to be, 8-minute, because we did real good last week, closing out the calling segment. It's going to be 8-minute segments where you get to call in. We get 8 minutes on the phone. Boom, boom, get to your statements. Boom. And then we'll go to the next topic. And then at that topic, I'll open the phone lines. And if you want to call in again, so you might have 3 or 4 times to call in during the call-in show now. We're changing it up. We're going to make it accessible. We're going to keep the activity going. That way, when we call in, you don't have so many different topics to try to go over and think about. We talking about what we just talked about. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to try that rundown today. But before we get into all that today, man, I'm going to run this commercial, and then we're going to jump into our inspirational moment. We got an inspirational moment this morning. I think this one is going to be good for y'all. And this is more so of a motivational, inspirational this morning. So hopefully y'all like it. And don't forget, y'all, we're trying to get our streams. Every live stream, we're trying to get it to 100 likes every stream, man. We missed it last week on the stream back. We was at 93. So if you haven't seen the last live stream, go back and like it and then watch it if you want to. But let's try to get the likes up on this stream. Moderators, if you're in the chat, be active, be vigilant today, and do what y'all do, man. Y'all did a great job last week. And I like the AAR I seen in the mod chat in the Discord. I love to see what you guys are doing with helping the network growing. Y'all making it easy for me to just do content, and y'all handle the community. And I jump in when I jump in, and y'all make it what y'all want it to be. And it's right in line with what the vision is. So I appreciate that to my AAA family. Here we go. Jay Townsend coming in with the $20 super chat saying, we don't want or need anyone who aren't stable and knows where they want to be. My thing is, and appreciate that $20 super chat, Uncle Jay, 100%. And you the first co-sponsor on today's stream with your orange super chat, y'all. Once you get an orange super chat up, and I'm not begging y'all, I'm just saying, if you really want to be recognized for your contributions, I'm gonna shout out every super chat. But the color for orange today, we're gonna show a little bit special appreciation for the orange super chats, y'all. I appreciate it 100%. So Uncle Jay becoming our first co-sponsor of today's stream, which is powered by the AAA family. Listen, but we're going to dive into that conversation, y'all. As a matter of fact, that might be the first topic after we come back from our inspirational moment and our commercial. So, let's get into it. If you aren't a member of the AAA family, take an opportunity to become a member by joining the YouTube channel or subscribing to our Twitter. I got to update the video. If you subscribe to the Twitter channel, my Twitter page, there's a subscription option. You subscribe to that makes you a member of the AAA, but it only gives you level 1 access. Subscribers from Twitter are only going to get level 1 access because we can't put as many perks over on Twitter. So, and we're going to start getting Twitter spaces again, y'all. We're about to start doing a lot more. We're getting settled in our new space, getting everything set up, and full-blown content coming for the month of August. So if you want to become a member of the AAA family, this is how you do it. Tap in, check this out. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coast Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level, One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Yeah, we back, y'all. Listen, so this morning, we got our inspirational moment this morning. I had a scripture that really just it got me hyped, y'all. It got me hyped more so than gave me like this emotional, inspirational feeling. It just got me hyped. It got me ready for today, knowing that my confidence in God is just going to continue to grow in the midst of all the trials and tribulations, of all the changes that's going on in my life. I got something to be happy about. I got something to look forward to. I got a reason to get up and fight every day. And y'all, today's inspirational moment, y'all, is definitely going to encourage you. I believe it's going to encourage you. I feel like some people are going to need this just to go throughout their day to day. So I opened my Bible app this morning, right? And a lot of times I don't necessarily just go to the scripture of the day. Sometimes I don't feel like it's for me. So sometimes I just go to my Bible plans and stuff like that. But today, the scripture of the day just kind of touched me. And then I want y'all to take it down. I shared it on my Twitter, and I'm just going to share the scripture and kind of tell you how it's helping me. And hopefully it inspires you and encourages you to attack your day. So check this out. And we not going to be long on this one today, y'all. I just want y'all to be encouraged today before we jump into all the sports talk and everything. Listen, the scripture is from Hebrews 12:1, and I'm reading from the Amplified version. Amplified, you know what I'm saying? I'm hype, y'all. The scripture is, therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, meaning people who know, right? People who by faith have testified the truth of God's absolute faithfulness. People who know what God have done in their life. They know it's not their own power. They're not just saying stuff because somebody else said it. These are people who truly believe and know that their very existence is by the grace of God, because he chose them. You know what I'm saying? His faithfulness, he gave them a promise, and he said, I'm going to carry this out for you, right? Stripping off every unnecessary weight and the sin which so easily and cleverly entangle us. So getting away from those things that's going to distract us from reaching the main thing, reaching the ultimate goal, being successful in what we're trying to achieve, right? Removing those things and cleverly entangle us. Let us run with endurance and active persistence the race that is set before us. That scripture in itself is just a word of encouragement, knowing that God has already set aside everything that I desire, everything that I need, knowing that my faith and my willingness to continue to believe in the midst of all my daily struggles, no matter what I'm going through, no matter what it looks like, no matter how negative my account is and negative, no matter how far behind my bill is, no matter how much gas is in my car, no matter what they saying about laying somebody off on the job, anything, no matter what it looked like, we can sit here, have faith, knowing that God's faithfulness, because he cares, as long as we believe in what he said would happen for us, we're going to be straight. But we got to make some conscious decisions to leave some things alone, things that really don't help. I was talking with my children's mother the other day, man. And we were just coming to the conclusion, man, that like, it's a lot of stuff that we involve ourselves in, trying to pull away from frustrations. When you involve yourself in them, you just create more frustrations for yourself. So instead of trying to involve yourself with something that doesn't matter, doesn't get you to the next goal or next step, right? Why not put yourself in what matters, right? relying in the faith, relying in your faith, relying in your trust in God, because that's what's really gotten you to this point anyways, before you lost focus. So shed all that extra stuff. If it don't add to your life, if it pulls you away from your assignment, pull you away from your destiny, don't invest no energy into it. There's no point, right? Knowing God got you on the other side of it, regardless of what it feel like right now, knowing that he got you on the other side, be faithful in that. So I want to encourage you today, watching the Coach Smook Morning Show here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, whatever you got going on in your life, I promise you right now, if you just rely, knowing that there are people around you that have been through there, that have been through what you've been through, maybe not exactly, but they've been where you've been at, where their faith has been tested. But they will tell you, and they can show you that they're a living witness that my faith is what got me here. Not anything that I was able to do physically on my own or control. My faith is what got me here. I'm here to tell y'all right now, Coach Smook is here. This network is here because of faith. It wasn't nothing that was planned. It was nothing that was done intentionally. This was my faith that got us here, and God rewarded that. And he's going to continue to reward it because of people like you. Y'all are showing up here every time I go live, supporting you, getting on the content, supporting. It's faith to believe that this is going to be bigger than what it is right now. And I appreciate that. So today, maintain the faith. Keep the faith, y'all. Trust God. Do what you do. And let him do what he do. Don't worry about it. It's not meant for you to control. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant for you to control. So I thank y'all for tuning into this morning inspirational moment. And hopefully that motivated somebody. I know it's hard for somebody right now, but faith will get you through it. I'm telling you, keep breathing, keep fighting, keep trying. It may look like it's the end of the road. You might be down to the last minute. Don't give up faith. Literally take a moment and say, I still got faith. I still got faith. Somebody type that in the chat. I still got faith. Put that in the chat for you. Yeah, I appreciate that, y'all. I appreciate that. So hopefully that inspired you today. Wow. We're getting ready to jump into our first topic. I want to thank all my current AAA members. Thank y'all for what y'all doing, being a part of this network, supporting, being monetary donators, monthly monetary donators. It doesn't matter what level you do it at. It's all appreciated. I want to take a moment and thank y'all for that. And while we're doing that, when we come back, we will jump into our first segment. Appreciate y'all. Welcome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the AAA family. By doing so, you have committed to supporting this channel monetarily, and for that, I could not thank you enough. I'm glad that you saw fit to contribute to the growth of this network, and because of that, you will have access to all the behind the scenes content that we're going to be placing on this channel, backstage access to all the vlogs, VODs. We got all types of content. You will have early access to it. Also, any event that you see come out with outside with Coach Smook or anything sponsored or partnered with Coach Smook will be preferred. And we will all make sure that we're all taken care of. This community is going to continue to grow. Don't miss out on any opportunities to network. We have other content creators. We have business owners. We got entrepreneurs. This is Coach Smook Network because we believe in networking. We want to uplift the community. So thank you for contributing to helping that mission, seeing that goal. And that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to uplift and continue to grow. So thank you for all your contributions and welcome to the family. AAA SOS. Yeah. Thank y'all, man. 100%, y'all. Hey, so let's jump into it today, man. I know y'all ready to get into the sports talk and all that good stuff, college football, Let's get into it, y'all. Listen, we got 2 days right now, 2 days before fall camp kickoff. But before we jump into what's happening currently on campus, let's talk about some of the recruiting fallout from the cold summer cookout. And I know y'all been watching the message boards because your boy ain't being active every day, reacting to everything that come out, every piece of crazy report that comes out. Somebody just always got something to say. Everybody got something to say about recruiting all of a sudden, right? Everybody's a recruiting insider, and I love it. It makes my job easy because I'll just come and talk about the real stuff, the stuff that matters, the stuff that's real, not all the buzz that's in the message boards. Message boards are not the place to go to, y'all. I'm gonna tell you right now, listen, I gotta stop the music. Stay off the message boards. They will have you in a bad place. I'm telling you, trust me, stay off the message boards. And this ain't no shot at nobody's content or anything like that. I'm just telling you, there's so many people, they just talk a lot. It's a lot of people that say a lot of nothing and it's never anything. So stay off the message boards. Don't come to me with no message board material. I don't like it. It's just so far off. I just hate it. I just hate it. I'm sorry. But back to it. Listen, got some cookout fallout, baby. Got some cookout fallout. We're going to talk about the cold summer cookout fallout, baby. The cookout fallout. Listen, everything I heard from their mouths and from the sources, people that were actually there, getting a good feel from some of the staff. You never try to rely too much on social media posts for events like this, recruiting visits, things of that nature. But I really think Nick, my boy Nick Tunes over there on Facebook, y'all, I just want to hold up. I want to give a shout out to this guy right here before I get into this rant. My guy Nick Tunes, Trina, I don't know if you can see the Facebook comments, but this right here, y'all, and I want y'all to give him mad respect. If I'm gonna have an Auburn fan come in my chat and talk anything Bama about Bama, it's gonna be this diehard Auburn fan right here. And I love this brother right here, but he knows I hate his team with everything in me, and he feel the same way about me. So a few years ago, we had this little running bet, right? And I was like, man, if Auburn lose, I pay this, I'm putting this much. Somebody came in and was like, if Auburn beat Bama, you got to wear Auburn gear. And I was like, I said, y'all must be out y'all mother mind, because I ain't wearing no Auburn gear. I don't care. We can lose. Y'all can have it. Y'all can say y'all beat us. Have the next 365 days talking about it. I don't care. I ain't putting nothing Auburn on this skin. You get what I'm saying? Nothing. I won't touch it Auburn in like anything. If I'm touching it, I'm throwing it away. I'm snatching it down. I'm disrespecting it. And I got a lot of backlash about that in the little Facebook group. My bro came right behind me as an Auburn fan. He's like, bro, I don't blame you. He's like, I'm right there with you. People don't understand. It runs deep. He was the only other Auburn fan that was like, man, y'all crazy, because if they win, y'all would be crazy. If you did it as an Auburn fan, I wouldn't. So that's when we connected. And from that moment on, it's been like, they call it hand holding, but we got like this. We got this frenemy. We like best frenemies, right? When it come to Alabama and Auburn. Outside of Alabama, Auburn, we boys, you know what I'm saying? But when it come to that, so shout out to my boy Nick Tunes, man, for pulling up, man. He's the guest that I'm going to have. He's very insightful on recruiting. He provides a great entertainment aspect as a fan, reacting as a fan. So shout out to my boy Nick, man. We're gonna get this thing turned up, man. Especially when it comes to talking that Bama Auburn ball. Y'all gonna see that. Y'all gonna love that content. But jumping back on topic so we can get into the phone lines, and I'm gonna make it short. It was a few names that people were wondering about, talking about the cookout. One, the hot story is Derek Smith. Why Derek Smith wasn't Derek Smith, the athlete, 4-star athlete out of Selma, Alabama, Southside High School. People were wondering like why he didn't show up. Is he going to decommit? Yeah, it's a possible flip. And we talked about this last week. We had some message boards watchers coming in trying to drop, breaking news or something, and it is what it is. But we talked about this, and I told y'all there's a safety in this 25 class that the staff was after even before they got to get heavy on the recruiting trail, and he goes by the name of Anquan Fagan. Nothing wrong with having a little competition in the class, right? But there are some positions on this roster where the staff is going to be direct about how many guys they're trying to get. And in this 25 class, I think they're going, especially at some of these skill positions, the wide receiver position, the safety position, the corner position. I don't see them taking more than 3 guys at some of these positions. And after you get your sure recruit and you get them 1,000% committed, your second guy, where you're going to get, you want that guy to be just as committed, knowing that they're coming in almost ready, they fit the scheme, whatever. And when you look at the best of the two, not necessarily knocking Derek Smith's ability at safety, but Derek Smith is also great at wide receiver too. And you got a safety at Anquan Fagan's, a kid that if you can make a move on him, right, you're going to give him your energy. And you're going to communicate to Derek Smith, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the 2 best safeties that fit our scheme in this class. And Derek Smith might want to still be able to have the option to go to receiver if it doesn't work out during fall camp as a DB. You get what I'm saying? So That's what you have. It's not anything anybody out recruiting us. It's just giving kids the opportunity to have a realistic outlook on what their projection is, what their trajectory is, and how they fit your system. And you can't be mad at that. So yes, Derek Smith was not at the cookout, and there is a lot of buzz saying that he might be the one to decommit. And shout out to Recruits Bama for this graphic here. I was using this as a reference for the list. I just didn't have time to make my own graphic. So shout out to Recruits Bama for this. Hey, Trina, get that cookout fallout banner down for me if you can. But yeah, so Derek Smith, he was supposed to be there. He did not show up. And then y'all let me know, is the music too loud? Because it's loud in my ears. I don't know. Is it loud over there for y'all? It's good. I feel like I'm yelling. What's up, Mary J? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, and so I'm looking, and you see here though at the event that's not committed was Anquan Fagans, and I remember his official visit. There wasn't much buzz about his official visit, but the thing was he didn't leave with a different type of outlook on Bama. It didn't push him away. If anything, it sparked this curiosity for him to come back for the cookout. And this is where all the guys that's committed were expected to show up. If you were committed to the University of Alabama, this was a good way of showing that I'm serious about being committed, right? Showing up to these cookouts. We saw a lot of it. We've seen a lot of 26 kids kind of skip over. But this was a deciding thing, kind of like it gives you a good inclination of where your heart is leaning towards that school. And the fact that AK Deer was also there, enjoyed himself. You seen the videos and pictures of his mother out there. They was out there doing the electric slide, y'all. That's how I know Bama's changing, y'all. They getting cookout vibes. Just straight up cookout vibes with the whole electric slide. Frankie Mays and Beverly, right? Beverly, man, am I saying it backwards, y'all? Frankie Beverly and Mays. But y'all know what I'm saying, man. They just straight cookout vibes. That's what you want to see when you talking about attracting this new generation of recruits, right? Retaining the edge, maintaining the edge in recruiting. Coach Saban had his edge the way he did it. He had a way of talking to you, putting out the facts, laying out the trajectory, laying down the law of how it should look, what it's going to look like, right? And now you have to change that up. Kids thinking about the now, you know. And I'm telling you, NIL is not a primary factor for Alabama in recruiting right now. NIL talks is not a primary factor. You see Auburn posting them fake seafood plays. You know they. Listen, man. One thing about this, and this is what I want to say: reaction, cookout fallout. Where my banners? Let me see if I got another one. So let's talk about the updates on these targets here in the 2025 class, y'all. When we're talking about the targets that Alabama is targeting, and after this, we're going to open the phone lines, kind of get y'all reaction. You saw the flip. Everybody keeps talking about this flip. I want y'all to understand this. Coleman. Coleman is one of those young men that if he doesn't settle down with his flip-flopping, there's this perceived notion in locker rooms, right? When you going in trying to prove yourself as a freshman at a lot of these prestigious universities where the locker room culture is trying to get reestablished, right? You look at Auburn with Hugh Freeze and their culture, they're trying to get reestablished and change their way of how they're doing things culture-wise. You look at Ole Miss, they're doing the same thing. You look at Texas and what they're building under Sarkisian. You look at Georgia and what they've been able to sustain. You look at Texas A&M, how they're trying to rebound. It's a lot of schools that when you go, they're going to give you their best showcase, right? They're going to give it to you. As a player, I don't get how you can flip-flop so much and say, this is where my heart is. Like, I just don't get it. If anything, if you're such in an indecisive state, why not stay uncommitted and really just enjoy the journey, right? Why not just enjoy the journey? Why keep playing with the emotions of the staff? Why keep playing with the emotions of the players in that class that you're supposed to be committed with? Like, I can't call you my brother if you keep flip-flopping on me. So, Coleman, please stay committed to Auburn. Because at this point, Coach Smook, as a fan, wants to beat you instead of have you on my team. As great of a player as you are not the team, right? And I'm starting to get that I vibes. You know what I'm saying? And beat me up if you want to. I'm not talking about him as a person. I'm talking about his character as a football player. I cannot stand next to you in battle and trust you because of some of the things that you're putting off right now. These are character flaws that I can't rock with. For the guys that were committed and had a change of heart and decommitted, and you get what I'm saying? They're shutting it down. I respect that. And it makes it easier on you. To me, if you're doing it for publicity purposes, man, that's not a good look. I don't think this locker room wants the crazy publicity. I think they want to be able to live normal lives as young men, young college athletes. They want to be able to know that they have the exposure, but they want to be presented a certain way. There's a standard of presentation. You see it from Jalen Miro. You see it from Tyler Booker. You see it from Malachi Moore. You see it from Jahad Campbell. You see it from even the young guys, Ryan Williams. You see his maturity. That's what they talk about. You don't see that from some of these. You don't see that from Coleman in his recruiting. He's not even at the college level. You don't expect much from a high school kid, right? You don't. But you're talking about a young man that you're being exposed to this. And I know there's people in your corner that's guiding you in the right direction. But when you're looking for attention, this is the type of things you do. I could think back to one recruit, and we're going to open the phone lines after this. I want to say it was Eric Gilbert. Y'all remember how much hype Eric Gilbert had coming down from I think he was at LSU. Like LSU was targeting him, and then Georgia, and then USC. It was like 8 different schools that he just kept kind of like bouncing between with his commitment. I think Florida was in the mix. It was just whoever was giving him the most attention. Like you see how his career panned out. That doesn't do well. So I hope Coleman figures it out. You know, I hope he figures it out. Kid is super impressionable, well known down here. Hey, you could be well known. You could be well known. You know one thing, Ryan Williams was well known down there too. They come from the same school. I love how Ryan Williams handled his recruitment. That statement news could have shook everything. Hold on one second. Make sure. I don't know why it's lagging over here. But yeah, appreciate y'all. I'm going to laugh when he hits the portal. You know what's crazy? Coleman probably gonna hit the portal twice. That's the type of energy he giving me. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of energy he giving me. And I'm not attacking the young man, y'all. That's just what it is at the end of the day, man. This is a new game. This is a new day and age. So if you want to be respected and looked at as a top athlete in this and recruiting, you want to continue to build value, this is not the way to do it. Flopping, flipping, the fan base is going to be happy for you. But think about it. How much of the college football fan base does Auburn make up with they trash self? You know what I'm saying? So celebrate, Auburn. Celebrate. And honestly, I'm slick kind of jealous because y'all got Malik Autry in that class too. Those two together can be a wrecking crew. So I'm slick jealous. Just hope you can keep them committed. And the only evaluation I saw from Coleman's film that he can improve on was his motor. Everything else, top tier. This is a top tier recruit. Could easily be a 5-star, right? But we'll see. Dino, Ruben didn't flip 4 times. Ruben was he liked Alabama. He was committed to Auburn, and he decommitted from Auburn and stayed committed to Alabama. He flipped to Alabama. He signed with Alabama. He announced it. So, with that being said, the call line is about to be open. Let me get it right over here. Y'all get ready to call in. I want to hear some of y'all takes with the cookout fallout, man, and Ty Haywood, all those guys, man. Steve Mdumba was there. I did a little bit of research on his story. So is he going to junior college? Is he going to start off his first year at junior college and then come to Bama next year? I think that's a cool route to take because, you know, NIL don't just stop at the D1 Power 5 level. You got NIL on all levels now. You go to a JUCO as a highly touted incoming freshmen and get some early game time against, some different level talent, right? Some college level talent, right? He never verbally committed to Bama first. Go back and read again. Go back and follow it again. Hey, Lay. Hey, Laybug. Hey, Laybug. Yeah, my niece just walked in. Hold on. I know I gotta give my baby some. Give my sugar some 11. Laybug, where you went? All right, let me make sure I got the right. Okay, we got the right setup. All right, y'all. The call-in line is now open. 334-625-1121. Foster did flip 4 times. People keep screaming Ruben Foster did it. No, he didn't. Facts, man. He did. I remember him. Dana Purdue. What's good? Hey, pull up Dana Purdue's comment for me at the bottom. Dana, this is my old chief, man, from when I was in the military. Shout out to Dana Purdue, diehard Bama fan. I got it. Shout out to Dana Purdue, my guy. Appreciate you. We got our first caller calling in right here. 512. What's up?
Uncle Jay.
To accept.
Yo, Uncle Jay, you on the line, my guy. How you feeling this morning?
Hey, I'm hanging in there.
He said,
I'm just wondering if I can get a little nepotism and get in the game.
Come on, man. How you feeling, Uncle Jay? Look, glad to have you on, man. It's been a few weeks, man.
Yeah, man. I've been going back and forth trying to get these checkups on my eyes and stuff like that, but I'm hanging in there, man.
Man, that's good to hear. Good to hear, man. How you feeling today about Alabama's cookout? The cookout fallout, man. Cold Summer Cookout was a great success, 100%, man. And I think a lot of people are kind of shook with some of the fallout from some of these recruits that could be decommitting. We had a flip this weekend. We have a possible decommit being announced sometime today. I'm thinking around 2:30, 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock today, Central Standard Time. We might hear about the decommitment, but we might also have some fireworks with AK Deer committing today. So what's your feels around everything in the fallout from this weekend?
Well, let me say this. It's always going to be fire when Alabama get together and have those cookouts. But as far as the decommits, okay, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't know. I might have a special gift, but I kind of saw this. You know what I'm saying? I've never been really hot on Coleman. You know what I'm saying? From the first time that he talked like he was going to come to Alabama and then went to Auburn and then he flipped back to Alabama, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up going back to Auburn again. You know,
We've been saying it the whole time. Everybody been saying it.
Here it is again. So the way I feel about it, I don't even want to discuss him, really. I mean, we'll discuss him, but the thing is that he's one of those players, and I'm like you as far as it goes. If he don't want to be here, we don't want him. You know what I'm saying? And if he get over there and decide he want to come back, I hope Coach DeBoer don't even look at him. I'm going to be honest with him. He'll end up just like Ajayi, what's his name?
Ajayi Hall.
Yeah, he'll end up jumping from one school to the other and end up going to a little Division II or something like that, even with all the talent that he got. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even want to hear him say his heart is here. His heart, you know, because, I mean, where is his heart?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's definitely not, he's attention seeking. That's what I think.
And Uncle Jay, I want people to understand we're not bashing the young man. It's just this day and age, you're on a platform. You have exposure, and it's a reason why you're doing it, right? You wanna feel fan support. I don't think this is a good way to do it from either fan base, because if he flips again, the Auburn fan base will be on his neck too. Like, people think they'll try to say Bama fans is like this because of a recruit flipping. No, that's just the nature of college football. That's what we've allowed it to become.
Yeah, that's all a part of college football. You know, you're going to have some that they get there and they see the competition. It's not all about the fact that he might want to go back to Auburn for the sake of going to Auburn, but he
Yeah.
want to go back to Auburn because he's got less competition. You know what I'm saying? Alabama is full of talent, man. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Auburn doesn't have talent, but I think he's got less talent over there to compete against than he does at Alabama. That's my perception, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm not bashing him, but I'm done with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's just like somebody that you loan some money and they see you coming and they cross the street. I mean, I'm done with him just like that. They say if you want to get rid of somebody, loan him some money, you know.
Yeah, right. And let him owe you some.
Yeah. Let him go. Let him go. I mean, I'm done with him, and I mean, I wish him well. I really do. I wish him well.
Yep.
But what I'm fired up about is what Alabama's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That cookout is going to bring some more commitments. I know this without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna roll with what we got. That's basically the way I feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I know I've been out of the net for a while. My heart's been here. I want to say hello to all the AAA family. I love you all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just dealing with trying to transition and become this full-time single parent.
Daddy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel
mean
you, man.
that she's getting ready to go back to school, so I got to be trying to get her straight as far as going back to school.
Yeah.
I'm quite busy with that, and then like I said, I've been back and forth to different specialists trying to find out what's going on with my eyes. So, but anyway, my heart is always there, man, and I'm always support you, and always gonna have you in my prayers that you continue to excel. That's about all I got.
Man, I appreciate you, Uncle Jay. We're going to keep you in our prayers. We're going to keep loving on you, man, and being here for you, man. Every time I talk to Uncle Jay, y'all, it's like I said, this is my uncle for real. I don't think y'all really understand when I call him Uncle Jay. Like, this is my uncle. And when we talk, man, I mean, last time we was laughing. We had a good laugh, and I needed that laugh. We laughed for about 10 minutes straight, didn't it?
Yeah.
Just one of those gut laughs, y'all, where you got to put the phone down and go grab the tissue because you got tears coming from it. It was a good time. So, yeah, man, I appreciate that. And who is him on the YouTube page logged in? Is that you? Is that KT? Praying for you, Uncle Jay. Who was able to do that? That's probably. Did you type that, Trina, in the chat? Praying for you. Oh, that's lit. Who hacked into my stuff? I think that might be Boss Lady. But yeah, Uncle Jay, I'm like, I ain't typed that. But yeah, Uncle Jay, we rocking with you, man. And if you want to call in again, we doing a different setup for the calling show today. So every topic, I'm gonna do my little 15-minute, 15-minute synopsis on it. And then we're gonna open the phone lines up. So it's multiple times for folks to call in today and share their thoughts on every topic we talking about. So if you got time again and the lines open up, be ready to call in, Uncle Jay. Be ready to call in.
Yeah, but I wanna say a special hello to Pastor Hines and Sister Hines.
Mm-hmm.
I always try to acknowledge them when I see them on here. I don't type that fast, so now that I'm talking, hope they hear me.
Yes, sir.
And all the AAA family, don't take it personal, because I love everybody, and I can't say everybody without missing somebody. So I say I love all of y'all. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, y'all. And y'all know Uncle Jay, he love y'all, man. This man called me randomly when he feel like he done missed too much. He'll call me and be like, everything going good with the network? What you need something? I got you, nephew. And he really do have us, y'all. So anytime y'all see Uncle Jay in the chat, man, know that he's here. He's dedicated. He's here for us, and he's solid, definitely a pillar in this community, and we appreciate him. So, Uncle Jay, I'm gonna let you go for the time being, man, and we're gonna get to this next phone call, man.
All right, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, Unc.
Call from
Got another call.
Purdue.
Uh-oh.
To accept, press 1.
Yo, what's up, Dana? You in the game with Coach Smook, y'all. Time out before he even say that, bruh.
Coach Smook, what it is, baby? What's going on?
Man, let me hold up. Let me hold up. Mama, Dad. This is Chief Purdue from RT Boot. Y'all remember Purdue? Man, y'all. He knew me back. Hey, I just looked at the picture, Purdue, when we came to your house for the Mississippi State game, and my guy, brother Ramon, was. You remember?
Yeah. Boy, we've had some times, boy. Cook up them leg quarters, baby. Get out there and watch the game.
Man, them leg quarters, boy. Hey, he used to be
that
like,
was, that was the move right there.
Hey, bro, get over there, get the ribs. Bro,
Yes,
get the Ramon, get the burgers, and I had the leg quarters. We be on that grill. Man, used to go through. Man,
Yeah.
we ain't gonna tell what we used to go through, but we.
Yeah. Four quarters are just hard pounding.
Pounding, baby. Look, pause. Pounding, baby.
Yeah.
But good to hear from you, man. Thank you for calling into the show, man. How you feeling this morning?
Yeah. Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm glad to see you out there doing this, bro. I'm glad to see positive images. I'm glad to see, you out there and you're making the comeback, man. We fall down and we come back. You already know that.
You already know, man.
It ain't about what's going on right now. It's about the destination.
Yes,
and it's
sir.
about you keeping your feet moving and getting to the destination, bro. I just want to let you know I'm real proud of you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. And y'all, just so y'all, I put Chief Purdue in here because one, I met him when I was in the military. He was part of my last part of my career before I got out of the military. Very integral part of me maturing those last few years while I was in the military. But he wasn't just like he was for his rank. He didn't treat me like he was his rank. He treated me as a teammate, as a brother. And I mean, we did some everything, and I think we really got tight during the Turkey Bowl for the unit.
Oh, yeah.
And I was out there at quarterback, and I was slinging the rock, and they played against us, and they was the only team that actually gave us a run for our money. And he asked me, he was like, what part of Alabama you from? And I told him where I grew up in Phoenix City, but I told him my family was from Montgomery. And boy, when I said Montgomery, Alabama, we clicked from that moment on, y'all, because we found out we got a lot of family ties. We knew a lot of people. So to have you call in today, man, and you know where I came from, man. You knew when I had the bald head. You knew you seen my oldest son. He knew my oldest son. My oldest son was 5-6 years old. And now he about to is about to be a freshman in high school, Dana.
Oh yeah. Hey man, I've been keeping up with them, man. Them boys getting big, man. Them boys getting big.
That's crazy, man. But how you feeling about Bama this year? You know, we was talking recruiting and everything. I haven't been able to talk to you about the Saban retirement and all of that. And Coach DeBoer, what's your feels about the outlook on this upcoming season?
I think the upcoming season, I think it's probably what was needed. It's crazy. I was talking to my wife the last game. We were watching the Michigan game, and it's just a fire. The fire was gone in Coach Saban.
Yeah.
Not to say, at some point in time you just get tired. I mean, your love for the game is still there, but you just get tired because the recruits change, right? And with the NIL, when you're looking at the NIL, it changed the game a lot. It's you got to go into, do you want to learn the game or do you want to get paid? Yeah. And a lot of these players don't listen to the old players like Alvin Kamara, who said when he came to Alabama, he was intimidated. He was the number one running back coming out of his state, but you playing with you coming on the field with a bunch of other number ones.
Yep.
And I mean, you got to show up. You got to show up, and you have to play. And as far as these guys, wanting to transfer, you're gonna see a lot of people hop in the portal because your name does not precede you. Whatever you did in high school, you got to prove it again up here, man. You got to be ready to play. And that's what you're seeing right now. You're going to see a bunch of people hop out because they're just not ready to play at that SEC level of ball. They're not ready to do it. And they're not ready to show you that every week.
Yeah.
So, of course, they're going to run somewhere else where they can be a number one and they can play up against the level of play that's not commensurate to the talent of what it is. Now, Coach DeBoer going to he going to put something on the field, and it's going to get real ugly out there for a lot of people who doubt in Alabama, especially a lot of people who doubt in Milroe.
Oh, that part.
Yeah, it's gonna get real ugly, and I think everybody like when you go in there and you fight Tyson, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, yep.
And I think that's what's gonna happen. Is I think he's an excellent coach. I think he's a excellent recruiter. Now it's just time to snap on and get out there and do it. I mean, I like the intensity that he's bought. I do think the players have bought into the system. And I do think I don't think a step has been lost. I think it's the coaching staff is just going to have to get into some game time situation and put some reps together, and they got to trust each other.
Right.
I do think that's where we are.
Yeah, and so with that being said, I think you have the same mindset as most of the general fan base that understands football and the inner workings of what's happening behind the scenes as far as the staff. I don't think the question has ever been the talent on roster, regardless of how much we lost. We had a lot of unproven lost talent. You know, we lost guys that we got to see glimpses of. Trey Amos, you know, I felt like would have been had a strong year. Christian Story probably would have had a great opportunity to come in and be a rotational safety. But he needed a place where he can start because I feel like he was very underutilized last year. He could have grew a lot last year with a lot of opportunities that Jalen Key just continued to fumble, you know. But you look at what we have on roster. You know, you lose Caleb Downs, but you look at what we have on roster, and you can't. You haven't only replaced it, but you've literally you've made the exact fit you need. You look at the style of safety that Caleb Downs play. He's not a 3-4 nickel safety to say. You know, he's not this type of safety you need or have to rely as much on in this type of scheme. So you can lose a Caleb Downs and pull a Deshaun Hand and a Cam Howard or a King Mack in and Keon Sabb and see how they can maximize their abilities in this scheme. So I love the way it's being put together. Now I'm gonna ask you this, and I don't know how much you follow recruiting, and I know you're a big offensive guy. I know you're a big offensive guy. What's your feels behind this quarterback commit, Keelan Russell, out of the Duncanville, Texas? I don't know if you've been following him, but if you have, what's your feels on him?
I think he's a good pickup as a developmental player. I do think the role that he's doing, I think he was picked up to step in when Jalen Milroe leaves. I like what we have as far as the number 2 and the number 3 that came out of Washington, but I do think this fellow was picked up and is going to be Jalen Milroe's successor. The reason I say that is because he's untampered with. He's coming out of high school versus the quarterback we got from Washington. Yeah, he's already had one. He has one offensive mind for Washington, but now he's played in the pack, and now he's coming to the SEC. I don't know that he will be ready to do that. I think he probably needs to go back to either a USC style play team like that, because these guys in the SEC they're pretty big. Yeah, and he's behind the power curve a little bit just based off of where he played at.
So I'm gonna say this: Austin Mack. That's the guy you're referring to. So
Austin Mack.
The good thing about Austin Mack is Austin Mack came out a year early out of high school. So what you got to see him display in the limited snaps that he had, and I don't even think he got many snaps at Washington. I don't even think like game snaps he had any for real.
I didn't see any film on him.
But you see what he did in the spring game. He got snaps, and I was privy. I don't know if you was following me, but I was privy to doing team reporting, and I saw his development during the spring. And coming out of his freshman year as a 17-year-old, going into his sophomore year in school as an 18-year-old, I think he has the higher ceiling right now in that quarterback room than anybody. He may not be as good as Miro. He may not have the arm talent as Ty Simpson, but he has the higher ceiling. His development speed, though, is what's going to be the problem. And so I think he can develop and be a good quarterback in the SEC. But I think I'm right there on your reasoning with why they're getting Keelan Russell, because I feel like Keelan Russell hasn't been tampered with. So he's coming into and one thing he's in the same system. He came into Washington under DeBoer and Sheridan's system, and Huff, they run DeBoer's system. So he's very familiar with the system, getting used to the players and building that timing and learning how to adjust to different styles of fronts and things that he's going to see in the SEC is going to be a curve. But outside of that, that young man, in my opinion, is going to have just as much a chance to challenge for that starting position next year with Russell and Simpson on campus and Lonergan. If I think Dylan Lonergan stays, I think he will have just as much of an opportunity to compete for 1A, 1B position and go into the season as much as anybody else in that room. And that's just because I was able to see personally, in person, his development from practice number 1 in spring ball at Bama to A-Day scrimmage. And he played with the walk-ons and fourth string guys during the A-Day. So I didn't put a lot of weight into that. And he handled that very well. So I think we're going to have another full quarterback room where guys are going to have to make business decisions coming out of spring next season.
Yeah. And it's a lot of, even when the score is ran up in those games, it's imperative to leave the ones out there and try to push as many of those quarterbacks through to get snaps with the ones.
Right.
So they know exactly what that sounds like. Because it ain't like the schedule going to get light after the first game. I mean, you're looking at road games. You're looking at LSU. You're looking at going to Oklahoma. I mean, you got Georgia. I mean, Wisconsin. Wisconsin is going to be a game, whether people believe it or not. That's going to be a game.
I think it's going to be one of them slow games for us. It starts slow, and then you don't see the talent difference until the end of the third quarter. That's when we pull off. That's when we pull off and beat them 38-7 or something like that. Because it's going to be a slow game. They're going to try to slow the game down. They want to play power ball. They want to run against our new 3-4 nickel. I'm not going to call it 4-2-5. I refuse to call it a 4-2-5. I'm gonna keep it a 3-4 nickel. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is.
Oh, you'll keep it a buck, huh?
I refuse.
You're gonna keep it that you got to get that fan on the outside. That's a down lineman, bro. You got to go ahead and say that's 4-2-5.
Nah, he's not.
I mean, he looks like he's back.
But he's not a lineman if he's a 6'3", 245-pound outside linebacker walking down and getting to the 3-point stance. You get what I'm saying? Like because that's what they're recruiting right now. That bandit position, you're going to see guys 6'1" to 6'5". You know, that 235, 240 range to 255, 260. And that's big end. That's big end. But the way he plays, he's got to get out in the flats. He's got to be able to seal the edge. He's going to be using a lot of 4-to-1 stunts, 5-to-1 stunts, you know. So it's one of those things where I look at it, I'm like, that's a linebacker. That's not a defensive lineman. That's definitely an outside linebacker. And then the Wolf is your pass rush specialist. That's what you're going to see at the Wolf position. So you 4 linebackers on the field, you know, but that linebacker, he's a big defensive end. That's it. He's a big defensive end. So, but yeah, man, Dana, appreciate you, man. Anything you want to say to the family? Listen. I want to give you an opportunity to say something to the family. It was an honor having you on, bro. Like, this huge. And every month, like, I've been doing this for now 3 months. I don't know if you saw the transition I had to make, but this was a leap of faith for me. Yeah. And every month it's like somebody else pops in randomly that I've been sharing my stuff. But somebody else pops in randomly to kind of remind me of what I actually came from. And people, y'all can ask him in the chat. If y'all ask him right now, he knew me back in 2013, 2015 to 15 when I got out. I did not have any aspirations of being a media broadcaster or anything like that. I was talking about coaching. That's all I used to talk about. That's all I used to talk about. And they would call me the coach on the field when we played flag football. I was always somewhere coaching. And so to see this now and have him come in and remind me of that, it just gives me more push. So I appreciate you for calling in and supporting the channel, man. But talk to the people, let them know what's up, man. And I'm going to get back to this phone line.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you keep pushing, man. Me and the wife, Felina, bro. We keep up with you, man.
For sure.
I mean, you're a soldier. You're a soldier out there, and you're a good inspiration to what we have out there going on these days. You know, it's a lot of things that are unsavory going on as far as the news go. But you just keep bringing this good stuff to us, man. We got 30 days to a football start. You ever down here in the Enterprise area, you already know you got somewhere.
Yes, sir. Hey, I got a few games to look at down there. You know, Zion Grady just committed. I forget where he committed to. He was an Alabama target. But Enterprise, and I think Russell County Enterprise playing. I'm covering the Russell County quarterback Bryson Riggins and his receivers this season. So I'm doing a lot of in-state Friday night light games, man. So when I come down to that part of Bama, you already know, bro. I'm hitting you up.
We'll fire that barbecue grill, man. Ain't nothing but you got somewhere to lay your head, bro. You already know that.
You already know, brother. But I appreciate you, man. 100%, man. And thank you for calling in, bro.
I appreciate you, brother. Y'all be easy and be blessed.
Yes, sir. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my brother, Dana Purdue, man. Chief Purdue calling in, man. And I want y'all to know, Chief warrant officers, they are like very important in the military. For all my Army folks, Chiefs are like, nobody can tell them what to do. So having him as a partner and somebody on my team was very intricate. And a few things that I got, a lot of details I got out of because Chief Purdue wanted me, you know. I would be sitting down at some of them graduations not doing nothing, and Chief, they be like, hey, Chief Purdue requesting you over here. I'll go over there. I'll be, man, as a little corporal at first, and then I pinned on my 5. You know, when I pinned on my sergeant, I felt a little like I belonged a little bit. Well, he even as an E4, man, I would be amongst a lot of important people, higher ups, and he was a intricate part to help me out. And even my godfather was my sergeant major when I got to Benning. So good times at Benning. Yo, one more phone call for this segment, and we're gonna get into our next segment. Shout out to 205 calling in. Y'all know who it is.
Call from
Zachary put me in the game, Coach.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
I'm gonna send him the website. Yo, is it that boy Zach on the line?
Yes, it is.
What's up, my boy? How you feeling today? Zach is in the game chat, AAA family. Going crazy in the chat. Y'all know when Zach get on the line, they go crazy. What's up, Zach? How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good, Coach Smook. How about yourself?
I'm feeling great, man. New energy. It's a new day. We ending this month strong. We got 2 more days left until fall camp kickoff.
I know.
Zach, what Zach? What you gonna do with yourself, man?
I don't know, because I'm probably going to have to listen to it on the radio, or most of the games on the radio this year. The only game I know for 100% fact that I'm going to watch live is the Georgia game when I come to the tailgate.
Man, listen, I'm telling you, this going to be one of those exciting years, Zach. But before we get into all that, give me your take on the cookout fallout, man. I know you've been hearing about it, all the stuff, you know. Just
oh, yeah.
This is your time. Take cookout fallout. What the cold summer cookout was a great success. You know, we talked about the guys that didn't show up. We talked about the flip. All of this. What's your feels around it, Zach?
And this is to the family. If they wasn't there at the cookout, it's because the coaching staff didn't want them there at the cookout. The coaching staff already had other players in mind and wasn't focused on them anymore because whether they wasn't what the coaching staff was looking for, or if they was and just, you know, behavior things or things behind the scenes going on that we don't know about going on, or, you know, just whatever. You know, there's a reason they didn't show up.
Right. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, and I don't get mad when players decommit or flip or anything like that. I'm one of those ones. I understand the game, right? I understand the business of the and the nature of the recruiting game now, you know. So I don't and any of my takes, they're not to bash a player for decommitting. Is just realistically, I can understand why you would want to look elsewhere. But 2, I can understand why you also don't feel like you would be a good fit at Bama. I look at a lot of positions on this roster. Like right now, we can lose another linebacker from this class and not be worried because we have 6 or 7 committed that can really play the first day they on campus. So it's not foreign. It's not nothing bad. I think it's the nature of the beast. So I don't really. But it's guys like Coleman. What's your feels around that? And I know you very vocal about that. So go ahead and give your people. That's what they want to hear, anyways. The Coleman flipping back to Auburn for the 15th time.
Yeah. Okay. Now, most of the time, I wouldn't care whether a player flips or not. Coleman is a different story because he's done it 2 or 3, 4, however many times, and he just keeps going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's not good for the team. It's not good for the brotherhood. It's not good for the locker room.
Mm.
The guys are going to get to where they can't trust him. Not only the players, but the coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
And the coaching staff is going to be like, just kick rocks, dude. And the whole Agiya Hall thing, Nick Saban gave Agiya Hall every chance in the world to get it right, and he couldn't get it right. And because his ego got to him, and his ego was too big for Alabama, and so Nick had to let him go.
100%. 100%. Now, what? Now, enough about Coleman. I think we kind of over that whole. I mean, right. I think as a collective here, I can speak for the AAA community. Our portion of the fan base, we were kind of like over his antics, anyways, coming into the cookout. Even after he committed, when he flipped, I had already started calling it, but it was literally the day he flipped. A day later, he was reposting a Auburn commitment announcement and put, that stupid little 3-letter arrangement WDE with that chicken on it, and he was reposting that. So I was kind of like, I'm over it. Like, if you want to keep, and we said it publicly, but and now we get the rumors of Derek Smith possibly decommitting. I know that young man, he wants to be able to play immediately and have the option. He doesn't want to be locked down at safety. He has a whole senior year.
Right.
He has an opportunity to play on both sides and get recruited for both sides.
Right.
And I like his chances to play on both sides wherever he goes. Even if he was at Bama, I thought he would possibly have a better career at wide receiver. So, best of luck to that young man. If he decommits, there's a lot of buzz around it. I'm about 90% sure, 85% sure that he might decommit. I don't know about flipping. I think he's just going to open his options back up. And he's not a kid that you're going to see on social media doing a lot of popping his gums and all of that stuff. He just wants to get committed somewhere and play. So if he's decommitting, it's because he's really exploring other options. And he could land just about anywhere in the SEC right now. And I think Miami is really heavy on him too. A school like Miami or Florida State, you go there, he's going to play early. So yeah. But Zach, question also about the current state of Alabama recruiting. Losing Antonio Coleman, still remaining the number 2 class right now, and knowing that we're after some guys. Do you think with this trend, especially with AK Dare possibly committing today or sometime this week, I'm thinking it's going to happen today, later this afternoon. But do you think that this class will maintain the momentum to remain the number 1 class?
I do. And the reason why I say that is because we could still lose a few more players and still become the number 1 class, because we're just, the talent that we're going to get to replace them is just as good, if not better, ranking wise, and so I think that we could still lose a few more guys and still stay up there in the top 3 class this year.
Right.
possibly even number one.
Right. And it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I really think out of just this class in particular, I think the offensive commits in this 25 class are more geared towards being ready to play day one. And a lot of the defensive recruits that's committed understand the developmental process that they're going to be going through that first season. And you don't you see a lot of guys that could be playing day one, but a lot of guys that they got to do the anatomical development, got to be physical development, got to be priority for a lot of these linebackers. You know, a lot of these guys between 6'1" and 6'4", 215 to 230 coming out of high school. Definitely want to get them to that 220, 235, 240 range, 230, you know what I'm saying? Like that range. And then the safeties, I think we got day one ready corners. All of our DBs that's committed in this class already have college size. So I like what this recruiting class is doing. They're very direct. I mean, you're filling up both sides of the ball, all 11 spots on both sides of the ball. We're getting these targets committed, getting guys interested. I think this is a good sign for Alabama football under the Kalen DeBoer era. So Zach, you know what time it is.
I do.
You know what time it is. And I think the people know what time it is. So, without further ado, for the first day of the week, listen, we kicking the week off strong.
Yeah.
AAA family, I present to you, and I want y'all to snap y'all fingers. If you holding your phone right now, put your phone down. Listen, take your phone, right? Take your phone. Put it down. Put it down. Put your hands up. And put these fingers together like this. And coming to the stage, the voice of the AAA fam. The man, the myth, the legend, himself, Mr. Zach, SOS. We'll just snap the fingers. On you, Zach.
Okay. We gotta take a stand. We're fighting hand in hand to keep the love alive. We gotta change. Where's your sense of dignity? No hate. Gotta act differently. Why wait? Be the positivity. All stand up, 'cause we've had enough. We gotta change. Where's your sense of dignity? No hate. We gotta act differently. Why wait? Be the positivity. All stand up, 'cause we had enough. Change.
Zach.
Yeah.
What Disney movie you watch? What song is that? Because I've never heard that song. That sound like it was off of Disney. You was watching your niece and nephew this weekend? Tell the truth.
No, it's not a Disney song.
What song was it?
It's called Change by Cody Lee.
All right.
All
right, Zach. This is one of them days. Antoine, I blame you. I blame you again, Antoine. You supposed to be managing Zach. What you not doing your job? You didn't get him the song list that we sent over? Huh? So we're gonna blame Antoine. Zach, you gotta try again. When you call back in for the next segment, you gotta try again. I don't know if the chat was feeling that one. Trina, was that one good? Was that good? Trina gave you some pump. You know, Trina, she don't see no bad in nothing that nobody do. She not gonna give me.
And that's fine.
The message was positive. But this Monday, Zach, you supposed to pop it off. We supposed to be like getting ready. It's the season. We about to kick off. Like I wanted bars. I thought you was going.
And the real song is more hype than that. I just can't hit the hit the.
Listen, Zach. Listen, I'm gonna let you off the phone. Go to the kitchen, get some hot tea, get your vocal cords ready, because when you call back in, I want the energy.
All right.
I want the energy. You see, Moonrocker got Smook. Listen, Smook gonna tell you the truth. Moonrocker gonna sit there. He wants to sit around the campfire with you and sing that song you just sung. This ain't campfire time no more, Zach. We in the locker room. We got our helmets on.
Right.
My chin strap might not be buckled up, but I might let somebody headbutt me today.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
All right. And
All right.
I was trying to sing a positive song. Today.
Don't feel bad. You know what Zach, go get the inner him. Go get the inner him. Go get him, because he's standing at the door right now. He's standing at the door. He's knocking at the door.
Right.
He's like, Zach, let me in. Let me take this one today. Wait till like Tuesday or Wednesday to come with that kumbaya stuff. Today, we need Zach, go put that helmet on. Look, Zach, go put that helmet on.
Yep, and break out. I got you.
All right.
I got you.
All right, Zach.
Okay.
Zach.
All right.
Look at my face. I know you still watch. Look at my face. Put that helmet on.
All right.
Put that helmet on.
You.
All right, Zach. I'm gonna catch up with you. We're gonna let you call back in.
All right.
All right, man.
All right.
My boy Zach said, all right, I gotta make up for that one. That one. I mean, I felt the message. Y'all know I felt the message. It's Monday. I need some head busters, John. We need some head busters. Like it, bro, I just knew he was gonna come with it. He feeling it though. Y'all. So that's the end of the first. Zach, show some conviction and passion. Passion. We want some conviction. We want passion. We want Zach singing Kumbaya while we trying to party. Right. He trying to Kumbaya. He's still at church. Church was yesterday. We out of church now. We about to act up. We get to act up today. Get to act up today. We need some bone crushers, Zach. Tell him. Antoine, get on him. Get on him, Antoine. Dwight ain't here today, so you gonna take the heat for Dwight. Y'all, I love my AAA family. And see, you know what's sad? Some people take offense to that, but Zach he know it's all out of love. It's all fun. We just need that energy today, Zach. And you always bring it. And that's my fault because we ain't been live in a week. You know what I'm saying? I threw a random live on y'all Saturday, right? They didn't know I was gonna do it. So we kind of off. We kind of off a little bit. Now we straight. We went out there, we ran the play. We lost 2 yards. Now we about to throw a bomb. You get what I'm saying? Now we doing play action over top. Safety biting on the run. We been running the ball. Time to toss that thing in the air. Let's go, man. Y'all see my hair moving? Y'all see it? Yeah. You still the man, Zach. That's why we gonna let him call. That's why we want him to call back in. I told him go put that helmet on and strap the thing up. Oh, you had to stop driving, Dwight. Dwight said, wait, he didn't check his email. Zach, you can't be the superstar and not check your emails. That's where they all start to fail. Trina, you don't check them emails, you be behind. You got a meeting, you don't check the emails, you be behind. You go into the meeting with Cookie Crisp and you should have came in that mug with some Pillsbury, right? Nah, come on. Greg Coffee, what's good, man? Listen, jumping into our next segment of the day, after we jump into our commercial, I want to give y'all a chance to become a member. I have to do this. This is part of like our promotional point. This is helping us with our algorithm. People are jumping in around the hour and a half point. So this kind of gives me time to re-energize, refuel. While y'all look at this commercial, take note to this, and then we're going to come back with some announcements. Then we're going to jump into our second topic. We're going to jump back into the depth chart and preseason fall camp talk, y'all. Preseason fall camp talk. Some of the buzz that's surrounding some of the players, the roster and all of that stuff. So we're going to jump into it. But before that, I want y'all to take a look at this. This is how you become a member of the AAA family, y'all. And if you're a new viewer on the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel and share the live stream. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on whatever. Share it on the major platform because we want to continue to get the viewers up. Right now, we have 59 live on YouTube, 77 watching on Twitter. We had a few come through on Facebook. We got 4 total reactions. Shout out to Nick Tunes, John Brian Goodwin, Mama Lowe, and everybody, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up on the stream today from the Facebook side. If you're on Facebook and you're seeing this live stream, take a moment and share it right now. Share it right now. And this is how you become a member of the AAA family. Coming over to the YouTube side or Twitter. You can subscribe on Twitter. Become a member of the family. and support the network growing and everything. Check it out. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Yeah. Thank y'all for supporting the channel, y'all. We're going to really jump into the next segment, y'all. We're going to talk about what's happening coming into fall camp, the 2024 Alabama depth chart. Y'all know we always dump into this topic. It just leads into so many different conversations. So today I'm not going to let it go way out of bounds today, right? I'm not going to let it go way out of bounds today. We're going to center on the defense, right? We're going to talk about the depth chart. We're going to go back over our offensive depth chart because we talked about that last week, this past Saturday. But we're going to talk about, we're going to really dive into this, the defensive depth chart, and we're going to talk about the depth. And when we call in, that's what I want to hear some of your takes on this defense, the roster, everything, how it's shaping up. I'm pulling up the depth chart that our lads has posted. They have a solid, accurate outlook on what this depth chart is going to look like. And we'll talk about it. Let's go over the 2 deep roster. We go 3 deep on the offensive side. Let me get this tab up the right way, y'all. Uh-oh, somebody at the door. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Oh, that's my brother. All right. I had to make sure. I'm here with my sister and my niece, so I be having to check. Yeah, Trina. Yep, last message. You can. But yeah, during this time. So y'all, Trina is in the background. She's working on it.
You
so,
probably know Vistaprint from
oh,
business
Lord.
cards. Yep. But did you know we also print these and those and
where's
that
your audio from?
and definitely this? Okay, that's engraved where we print with lasers. At Vistaprint, we print your brand on everything so your customers can notice you, remember you, and fall in love with you.
Oh, yeah.
Like really fall in love with you. At Vistaprint.
Yo, could y'all hear that Vistaprint commercial? They trying to get a brother copyrighted. They trying to take a brother out. Nah, we ain't playing that. So let me screenshot it so we ain't got to deal with that. Screenshot both of them. We ain't got to deal with that. Cause we ain't trying to get no copyright, cuz. We ain't trying to get no copyright, cuz. That my country. Who understood exactly what I said when I said what I said? All right, so let's talk about the offense first. My fault. Let's pull the offensive depth chart up first. Here we go. And as we've kind of all had an idea of what this is going to look like, let me pull this banner down here so y'all can see the whole thing. 2024 depth chart here. You look at the quarterback position, Jalen Milroe, Ty Simpson, Dylan Lonergan. That's your 1, 2, 3 right now, based off of our lads, right? Then you go look at the running back room. They got Justice and Jam. I'm telling y'all right now, don't pay attention to the depth chart in the running back room. This is going to be a case-by-case scenario. We're going into a game where we want to ram it. Pause. We might start off with Justice. If we got a game where we're trying to get to the perimeter, Jam is going to be our option. If we're trying to get we're running a heavy run game, we might run these guys out two plays at a time. Every 2 plays you see Jam Justice Rich, Jam Justice Rich, or Justice Rich Jam, or Jam Rich Justice. Like it's the JRJ committee is about the Jam Justice and Young. What Ty Hayes like to say, the law firm of Richard Miller and Young, right? Oh, am I saying it wrong? Haynes, Miller, and whatever. The running back committee is gonna be crazy this year. And then you got young guys like Daniel Hill and Kevin Riley. I think those guys are going to get opportunities to showcase flashes of what they're going to be doing in the future. If we could find some way to keep both of those guys, let them get some snaps this year, showcase some talent, and redshirt these guys, save them a year of eligibility, redshirt them, that's going to be huge going forward. When you talk about the likes of Justice Haynes having to come back another year, Richard Young could have a solid year this year and still come back next year and be your 1B back, and Jam could have a great year this year and go to the league. You know, him being a year ahead of the rest of the guys. So you look at that running back room is nice. Offensive line, the only discrepancy I see is that Wilkin Formby will be the starting right tackle. Jaden Roberts will be that right guard. Parker Brailsford, Booker Tyler Booker, and Caden Proctor. You see them rounding out that offensive line group. And then you got Kobe Prentice, Kendrick Law, and Jeremy Bernard, that's first starting group of receivers. But once again, receiver by committee, because some games you might see Caleb Odom run out there at the X position. And you might see Ryan Williams rotating as the 5th or the 6th guy off the bench as the wide receiver room, playing between the slot and the Z position. Amari Jefferson is another bigger body receiver that is going to see a lot of opportunities early on. Jaron Hamilton, Cole Adams, and Emmanuel Henderson, they will be your possession guys, route technicians, guys that are, you know, when Kobe Prentice is not on the field, with his route running, targeting him, making him a possession guy, putting him in positions to be a possession receiver, you're going to see those guys get opportunities. So depth is going to be important on the offensive side. Jump to the defensive side, y'all. Jump into the defensive side. And this is where our focus is on today. We're going to talk about the defensive 2024 Alabama depth chart, but we're getting into the defensive side of things. Swarm defense. The depth is key. The depth is key here on this defense. And it's all because of the scheme. It's literally because of the scheme and how aggressive the play calling is going to be. So looking at the starting lineup, we're starting at the top, going down to the bottom. The Bandit is your big defensive end. Your this is what I was talking about in that 3-4 scheme, the setup. You're going to have they call it a 4-2-5, but this Jam Latham is a defensive end. He's not a linebacker. He's not an outside linebacker. He's going to be playing in that space as a big defensive end, where sometimes he will be standing up. So yeah, it'll look like a 2-down lineman set. Sometimes it's going to look like a 4-down lineman set, but he's going to be a big defensive end in this scheme. You get what I'm saying? He won't have a lot of second level responsibilities playing that bandit position. But if personnel calls for a true 2-line setup or 2-line personnel grouping, true D lineman personnel grouping, then you will see the likes of maybe a Jeremiah Alexander or Quay Russaw get over and push to that bandit position, or Keanu Coate or Yanzi Pierre get pushed over to that bandit position and be that fourth linebacker to kind of give you a little bit more speed and a little bit more range, right? And containment. So that's what this scheme entails. It gives you that type of flexibility with personnel to not lose so much size. You know, your base formation is a good mixture of anatomical makeup, but range is the key to this. Guys being able to get out of space, react, and get to the ball and be secure in tackling. So I love this, but starting from top to bottom, you got Bandit, Ja Latham. I think him and LT Overton are a great rotation there. Then you got a young guy behind him, Jordan Renard, coming off the bench, and Keon Keeley, who I think is going to see a lot of opportunities to be a big defensive pass rush specialist as the big defensive end. Looking at the comments. What up, Walt? How you feeling today? Dontario, does anybody else besides me feel like Derek Smith going to Auburn is a blessing in disguise? I think you late on the conversation. We just talked about you the man just making for the 10 packs. Vistaprint tried to get you a strike. Yeah, MJ, they tried to get me, my guy. When are we going to start up the Dynasty League? Brett, we got that. We got all that. I got announcements to make at the end of this segment. So before we go to our last segment of the show, we'll talk about our Dynasty, NCAA and all that. But looking at the rest of the lineup, got Tim Keenan, Jaheim Otis, Tim Smith, Damon Payne. That 4-man rotation on the interior line is going to be important because I think within those 4 guys, that's where you're going to see a lot of your reps. You know, those 4 guys between them, I see them possibly getting 20 to 25 reps apiece, you know, between those 4 guys. And then you'll have, you know, reps that you could pass around for Edric Hills and James Smith and Hunter Osborne. Those 3 guys, they're going to play intricate reps, 10 to 12 reps a game where they need to be fresh. They need to be their best for 2 or 3 snaps a quarter, you know, just to keep the energy up, but also to provide skill sets. You got talented guys, get them out there. 3rd and long pass situations, pass rush skills. You want 2 defensive linemen that can get to the quarterback. They could be wrecking balls. Antoine says 3rd and long pass situations, Q-Rob at the ends with maybe moving some bandits inside the pass rush could be lethal. We're versatile at least. Not only that, Antoine, but that's what you're talking about is basically that Raptor package, pass rush package. Because of the type of guys that you're recruiting, you got guys that understand gap scheme in Tim Smith, Damon Payne, Tim Keenan, Jaheim Otis, Edric Hill, James Smith. So you don't need 2 big guys all the time. You get your best pass rusher out of them. James Smith is probably your best pass rusher out of that group on the interior line. But then you could bring guys like Ja Latham, LT Overton, Jordan Renard. You could bring them in as interior defensive linemen. Give them more speed. They could be big. They play big. They're strong enough to play interior. But you give them a little bit more speed. And then you secure your edge rushers with 4 guys that are pass rush specialists. 1 inside linebacker with coverage responsibility. And then you secure the rest of your positions. You get your wolf out there, your true wolf. You get a Russian bandit out there. You get a guy that's playing the rover and the husky position. Now they got labeled as sting, but your sting, not sting, but your rover or your husky, you bring them in as a linebacker, as your hybrid linebacker. You get what I'm saying? Then you got Justin Jefferson, guys like Justin Jefferson, Keanu Coate, Yanzi Pierre, all those guys that you can put in and that be your package. That's a lot of speed with size and range. And then you're putting your DBs in position to do what they do best, which we got a lot of lockdown man corners and safeties, guys that play better in playing in phase, giving them an assignment and letting them travel. You look at this lineup. Look at Lawson and Campbell locking down your man, Q-Rob on the edge. But look at the DBs, the starting group of secondary. And this is another spot on the defense where I see maybe 1 or 2 discrepancies. One, Deshaun Jones. I don't believe that Deshaun Jones comes in and takes this job from Xavier Brown. That's just my personal opinion. This staff, watching them during spring, Xavier Brown, their response to comments and things or their takes on Xavier Brown, nothing but high accolades. I think Xavier Brown will start. And then Deshaun Jones, I think he will have a lot of opportunities, especially in dime. Dime looks, when you got to bring the 6 DB on, bring your best perimeter, bring another perimeter guy in and push a good perimeter guy in to cover a slot, to man up with a slot and travel with a slot. Don't do like Coach Saban's system when you're bringing a safety down and put him in bad situations. He having to give such a large cushion that you're getting 8 up underneath. The depth behind the 1 linebacker that you got out on the field or the 2 linebackers inside is just too much space for a linebacker to cover. So why not bring in another cover DB? And I truly believe, based on some of the sets we saw, Kane Wommack shares that same type of ideology when it comes to your personnel groupings. But you look at it, I think Xavier Brown gets the left cornerback spot. Strong safety right there at the rover. No, this is the true strong safety. So this is basically your rover. You got Keon Sapp. And then your free safety, they got Malachi Moore, which is, to me, took some. I had to warm up to that. I think Malachi is close to the line of scrimmage. That's where but he has the skill set to play free safety. I saw some plays from last year where they would shift and he would have to be the one high safety. And you very rarely saw opportunities taken because he was that safety. His IQ, his range, his experience is going to be huge in that part. And he's in the middle of the defense to make sure communication is there. That's going to be huge. Damani Jackson at the ISO corner position. I love that for us. Probably the number one shutdown corner. And honestly, if I'm being real, the guy behind him is literally number 2 when you're talking about one-on-one shutdown corners, Zay Mincy. So I like that. And then Jaleel Hurley, I want to see where he fits into this rotation. I want to see where he fits. I think I don't know what it is, y'all. He has to turn the corner if he wants to see the field this year. Malachi's so smart back there. He's been that way since high school. Yeah, and we've seen him really excel at the collegiate level, even as a true freshman in 2020, playing close to the line of scrimmage. Playing close to the line of scrimmage. So that's what I thought would be but I feel comfortable with him being anywhere in the secondary, honestly. And then you look at that Husky position, another position where I see some controversy based off the depth chart, how it looks, but I honestly believe Red Morgan has his sets and Devontae Smith has his sets. And when you have that in your secondary, this is an area on the team where a lot of our fan base had some concerns about, rightfully so. We lost a lot in the portal. I think out of the DB room, I think we lost 7 total guys. So rightfully so, we're gonna have concerns. But I think we've filled the needs on the depth in the secondary, and I think we already had it at the defensive line. Clear defensive line is probably the deepest talented room and probably going to be the most depth used on the roster. I could see 9 to 10 guys rotating defensively at the D-line, realistically. And I ain't talking about just like 2 plays. I'm talking about guys, all 10 guys, the least amount of snap count for a guy, maybe 10 snaps, 8 snaps. And that's good snaps for a young guy. 8 snaps in a game where you can get in and just be disruptive. You're fresh, you're clear thinking, you go in. If you make a mistake, you don't get another play to make up. You come out and get coached up. So the next time in the next drive or this situation, your set is called, right? That's good. All right, that's good. So I look at the depth, especially at the linebacker position, is going to be key. That Wolf position is going to be key. I don't think we're going to run Q-Rob in the dirt, which is going to be great for him. He's a pass rush specialist. The guy can get out and cover. He can cover with the best of them. When you talk about an edge rusher that can actually run with a running back or run with a tight end, right? You didn't see him struggle with the shifty guys. He understands how much cushion he has to give a guy. He understands, concept in the pass game. So I like it. And then you go up in the depth chart. You look at the D-line. I think Keon Keeley and Jordan Renard are going to start to blossom this year, later in the season, as we continue to focus on using depth. And we know guys get nicked up in some games where the staff may deem it, you only need 20 reps this game. Let somebody else, we're going to take 10 reps from you and give it to Keeley. We're going to give it to Renard. Those 2 guys, I think, will start to blossom late in the season. But LT Overton and Ja Latham at that bandit position, playing that big defensive end position, I think they're going to excel. LT Overton getting back to his natural defensive end position instead of that stand-up outside linebacker. I think that's going to be good for him and his development and his production. I'm more excited about this interior line rotation between Tim Keaton, Jaheim Otis, Damon Payne, Tim Smith. All of these guys are experienced guys. They're experienced guys. That D-line, interior D-line, is where I don't feel like we're going to have any problems development-wise. And then, of course, the linebacker position, a lot of talent. You got some experience coming back out of Deontay Lawson and Jahad Campbell. That's going to be huge. But Jeremiah Alexander stepping into this interior role at the inside linebacker position is going to be exciting to see. You saw how aggressive he was. But the speed, the bullet, the bowling ball, Justin Jefferson. I can't wait to see him. He's a transfer senior. So he's only needing 1 solid year of playing it. He's going to have to do it this year because there's some guys behind him. Sterling Dixon, Justin O. Those 2 guys, they get on the field. They're not coming off quick. It's going to be hard to pull them off. And then you got Caden Jones and QB Reese behind those guys. I like that depth at the interior linebacker position on both sides, both your Sting and your Mike, your Will and your Mike. And then your young pass rushing guys, Quay Russaw, Yanzi Pierre, those guys. You got to think when they get in the game, they're not coming in to cover a running back. They're coming in to go after the quarterback. So depth is going to be key. And these guys are going to have opportunities early to showcase and take advantage of opportunities. So jumping into the phone line, man, we're going to get ready to open the phone line. I want y'all to listen for a second as we get ready to call in. I want y'all, when y'all call in, make sure you say your name. Hey, this is Greg. Put me in the game, Coach Smook, because it sets up for good clips. I'm telling you, it sets up for good clips. So the phone line is now open, 334-625-1121. Again, 334-625-1121. It's your boy. Call in. Let me know what your thoughts is on this Swarm defense. Players you are looking forward to seeing, their production. Guys you think are going to surprise us as fans, right? And type of production. I want a hot take. Somebody give me a hot take. We ain't set off the alarm yet. Ain't nobody said nothing alarm worthy today. So call in 334-625-1121. We got a caller on the line.
Call from
Zachary, put me in the game, Coach.
Yo, Zach, welcome back to the show, man. I knew I said my boy, he gonna make sure he on the line first, man. What you feeling about this defense today, Zach?
I'm feeling good about this defense because actually I think this defense is going to be better than a lot of people expect it to be. But even though we're young, yes, are we going to have struggles? Of course, but by the time the meat of the season gets here, like the Georgias, the Tennessees, the Oklahomas, the Auburns, by the time that all gets here, this defense is going to be ready to bring some heat.
100%, Zach. What part of the defense are you more excited about? And if you could kind of expound on some players that you think are really about to make a name for themselves this 2024-25 season.
I'm excited for this linebacker core because this defense allows Savante Lawson and Jahil Campbell to really show their skill set and to lay the wood on some quarterbacks this year. Because, yes, they was able to last year, but the scheme prevented it from happening as much as I think they wanted to do it. So with this scheme and this style of defense, it's going to give them the opportunity to really show off their skill set and their motor and what they bring to the table this year.
100%, Zach. Listen, man. Is one name if you had to pick on that defense. Give me a name and what you expecting from them, and then we're gonna open the phone lines back up after you give your song, because we definitely want that.
Okay.
Give me a name on the defense, Zach. Who is going to surprise not just Alabama fans? Well, who's going to surprise us in college football this year on this Alabama defense? Who's going to surprise us?
Damani Jackson.
Damani Jackson.
And yes. And the reason why I say that is because at USC, he was under a scheme that didn't allow him to show his skill set because they didn't play defense over there. And so under this scheme is from the highlights I have seen, his high school highlights, it gives him the opportunity to really prove himself and to show everybody that he can be that shutdown corner that everybody thought he would be coming out of high school.
Yeah. And I just put a poll in the chat, Zach. If you had to choose between every position group on the defensive side, linebacker, D-line, and defensive backs, which position group will lead this Alabama defense this year, and why?
Ooh. The D-line. And my reasoning why is because they have something to prove as well, because they didn't get to show off their skill set and what they bring to the table as much because of the scheme that Nick Saban ran. Not saying it was a bad scheme.
Mhm.
It was just out of date scheme for what the style of offenses that we go up against this day and age of college football. And so with this scheme, I believe they're going to get to really show off their skill set and get to the quarterback and pressure the quarterback to force turnovers, which we have been missing on the defensive side of the ball. The last year was better, but still wasn't where, most Alabama defenses have been, under the early years of Nick Saban. So I'm really looking forward to what this defense brings, not only this defense, but what this defensive line can bring, because we've been missing those big what's the word I'm looking for?
Impact defensive lineman.
Right. Yes, like the Jonathan Allen,
Mhm.
the Marcel Darius, them guys.
Yep.
The Deshaun Hands. There's so many I can't even think of all the greats right off the top of my head.
Right. Well, yeah. So you saying the D line is going to lead this Alabama defense?
I do.
Okay.
I believe that.
I could see that. I could see that. And Damani Jackson is your pick to surprise college football. I like both of those picks. I like both of those takes. Because Damani Jackson, I feel like he's coming in with a chip on his shoulder. And Antoine said something that's so true. And I don't know why this technique was taught. I feel like this was kind of forced on these secondary guys because it was just so consistent. We didn't have guys looking back for the ball. They were taught to play in phase. Get if you beat, play the receiver through the ball, play this, play through his chest, watch his chest. And to me, if the receiver's looking back for the ball, I was taught at corner. When he looks back, I find the ball too. That's what made you
Right.
an elite defender in the secondary, being able to turn your head to find the ball. And I think because of the scheme, what happens pre-snap and all the different dissecting, I think it was a lot of more focus on putting on just finishing through the play instead of attacking the ball like you saw a lot of the DBs do early in Saban's tenure. So this
Right.
defense, you see the DBs, it was definitely a change. You saw the younger guys, they didn't struggle with it in the spring game, but a lot of the older guys on the perimeter, which we didn't have to see a lot of, but the safeties, Malachi Moore, Devontae Smith, both of those guys, you see them breaking habits that they've been taught over the past few years. And I think that's a good thing for this defense. Being that up front is going to be so aggressive, that secondary is going to be huge, and being able to play the ball. And you got some guys that got great ball skills, Damani Jackson being probably number one. And like I said, I got some young guys in that secondary that giving him a running for his money. Zay Mincy, Xavier Brown, both of those guys. So I like it, man.
Right.
I like the takes. But yeah, Zach, 100%, man.
And to further go on the whole Damani Jackson thing, if Damani doesn't prove that he is the guy, then like you said, Zay Mincy and Xavier Brown, either one of them, if they step in, they're going to be so talented, that you just can't take them off the field, and Damani's going to lose his spot.
Right.
But so that's one reason why I am holding Damani in such high praise, is because I want to see him succeed so bad that because of the disappointment he had at USC.
Right. Yeah. And as a football fan, you want to see that for a kid, especially when he makes a decision, not chasing a bag. He really sees the opportunity for development. He comes, and Coach Saban and the staff, everything happens with retirement and the staff changes, and he chooses to stick it out. building a great relationship, has the confidence of Coach Lindquist. You know, Coach Lindquist mentioned Damani Jackson during spring. That was the first guy he was able to talk to when coming into the program. And you would have thought that he was a part of the program during Saban's tenure, you know, the whole time, just the way he carried himself and showed up to work. So that's good things to hear when you talk about a transfer guy who is very highly touted, not coming in with this I'm owed something mentality, or this what they call it, what's the idea when you feel like you're owed something? I forget what it's called. What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? This ego. So it's kind of like ego, but I forget, man. This entitlement. He's not coming in with feeling that sense of entitlement. So when you got a guy that's willing to work and ready to commit to a vision, you always take advantage of that. Zach, the floor is back to you. Listen, back to it. Here go the intro. And I know the people waiting for it. I know the people. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, take your phone. Yeah, I know what we're doing. Take your phone and put your phone down. Put your hands up and put your fingers together like this. Because coming to the stage for the second time today, the voice of the AAA family, the voice of the people, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Zach SOS Wilges.
From Western Kentucky to Auburn, we're coming for y'all. Keep doubting us, 'cause we're about to prove.
Yeah, I knew he was coming.
The world, you're wrong.
'Cause we ready. Yeah.
We ready.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeah.
For the season.
What?
Yeah. And become the champion. 'Cause we're ready.
Let's go.
For everybody.
Yeah. Zach, that's the comeback. I said, okay, hold on. I couldn't catch it at first, but then I heard the build up. I heard the tone. I heard it, Zach. You got your blood turned on. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Zach. I said, y'all see me come from behind the. Listen, you got everybody turned in the chat. Go ahead, Zach. Yes, sir. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Now that's a comeback right there. That's a comeback. That's how you come back, Zach. That's how you, bruh. That's you remember on not Rush Hour, but Bad Boys 2. He's like, that's how you shoot. Every time you shoot, that's how you bring it. That's the Zach. See, Shane said that's the Zach we know. That's the Zach we know right there. That's the Zach we know right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, even my mama, even my mom said that's the Zach we know. That's the Zach we know. That's the Zach we know. We bringing the OG beat out for that one. Ooh.
And see, I just came up with that right off the top of my head.
Man, listen, that's the Zach we know. That's the Zach we know.
Right.
There we go. Yeah, man. Right. Man, Zach, I appreciate you for calling back in, man. We need see. They said Moonrock said he said Zach pulled out Archie ever so. Nah, he pulled out that OG We Ready remix. Come on now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got that get back straight fired. What's up, Tink? Yo, time out. Tink is in the chat. Zach, I'm gonna open this phone line up, man. Thank you for calling in and Roll Tide. You know we got one more segment. I'm gonna open it up one more time, brother. Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy Zach coming in. Yo, phone line is open. 334-625-1121. Tink, what's good? Welcome to the chat today, my boy. What's up, man? I ain't seen you. I know you been out working, doing your thing, bro. Keeping it up. I feel you. Welcome back, family. Good to see you in the chat as always, man. Can't wait for the season to kick off. Today, we talking 2024 Alabama depth chart on the phone line right now. And we got a poll in the chat right now. What position group will lead the defense this year? What position group will lead the defense? And we're talking about the importance of the depth. I want you guys' takes as the family, as the community. Call in. Let me know what your take is. How important is it to utilize this depth this season? I think it's more important now than ever. Because we're not just talking about for winning games, we're talking about affecting recruiting, right? We're talking about guys possibly committing during the season because they saw how a guy in front of them that's possibly in front of them as a true freshman get in the second quarter because a senior or a junior or a transfer messed up on a few plays and they need a little coaching up. So we need somebody to go out there and fill the void for a few snaps. Rico, get in the game. Go get Jeremy. Go get Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy, what the you doing out there? Huh? What are you doing out there? Get your act together. We got another caller on the line, 228. You on the line.
Call from.
Okay,
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
Ooh, I didn't get that.
press
Hold on.
2.
Yo, caller, you on the line with Coach Smook. What's your name and you ready to get in the game?
Oh, yes, sir. It's K-Dog.
K-Dog, what's good, man? How you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling wonderful, man. Just another day here in paradise.
Look, I feel you, big dog. My boy K-Dog. Y'all know why we call him K-Dog. You know what I'm saying? How you look, man? This defense. What I mean, the more we talk about it, I think you were on last time when I talked about it. The more we talk about it, the more it makes sense how everything is shaping up. You know, and I don't know what's your feels behind it, man. Give me your take. The depth and everything.
My earbud died. Sorry about that.
Oh, you good?
Can you hear? This depth is pretty crazy. From D-line, the linebacker group, I like Zach's take on the D-line.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this linebacker group is going to go crazy.
Woo!
They're going to light that field up for sure.
What do you think?
D-line.
Go ahead, my fault.
D-line's going to go. Oh, you good. D-line's going to go stupid too, but I just see this linebacker core with the depth and rotations. Every single one of these linebackers are looking to get after that quarterback.
100%, man. Now you started off with the linebackers. I want to talk about the linebacker room, and I'm gonna run off some names for you of just not necessarily guys that should play or going to play, but just the linebacker room, just in itself. You're talking about in the linebacker room. You're talking about Q-Rob, Quindarius Robinson, Keanu Coke, Quay Russaw, Yanzi Pierre, Jay Sean Ross, true freshman, Deontay Lawson, Jahad Campbell, Jeremiah Alexander, Justin Jefferson, Justin Okoronkwo, Sterling Dixon, QB Reed, Caden Jones, Noah Carter. Like, we're talking about names that you just keep naming names, and you can go pull their film, and you're like, wow, he's on Alabama's roster. How much depth? First of all, how much depth do we use in that linebacker room? And realistically, what's the trajectory or the projected projected production from this linebacker room? What is their projected production? I'm talking about sacks, tackle for losses. What do you think these numbers can look like with that amount of talent and this style of defensive play calling?
Well, I think the stats are going to be a little spread out. I don't think one linebacker is going to have a total crazy amount of numbers just because the depth we got. We'll be rotating guys in and out, just see what they look like, how they play.
Facts, 100%, 100%, and that's the thing. Like, I don't think people are gonna, and I hope college football doesn't punish this roster for that, because I think us, like other teams, like Georgia, like Ohio State. Well, I'm not gonna say Ohio State, but Texas, and who else is deep on defense this year? I think Oregon has a lot of depth on defense. Michigan, even though they lost a few guys, they still have a lot of depth. It's a lot of teams that are going to utilize depth this year. And I hope the awards, votings, and all that stuff, the people that make these decisions to highlight these guys that can help them with their stock and getting recognition to the next level, I hope they don't get punished for being a part of systems that's going to utilize depth, because that's what's going to happen with Lawson and Campbell and Q-Rob and I mean, guys like that, Tim Smith, Tim Keenan, Jaheim Otis, Damon Payne, those guys aren't going to play 50, 60 snaps a game anymore. So hopefully that doesn't penalize them for creating value for themselves. But it's on them to maximize those opportunities. I feel like the more limited you have as far as opportunities that you have to work with, the more opportunity, the more likely you have to be successful.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to keep just one player in the game with all this talent and depth we got. You know, unless just one player just absolutely dominates the game and proves it himself, he is not coming out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll have, the numbers will be spread out. I see each linebacker, 10, 15 tackles a game, 2, 3 sacks.
Yeah.
On each player. I'm talking each player. Every guy that comes in is looking to put up, numbers like that.
Facts.
Yeah, we're stacked, man. I can't wait.
Me too, man. And then last thing before I let you off the line, man. We are literally 2 days, and I hope I'm yelling in your ear. We are 2 days. We are 2 days from fall camp kickoff. And you know what that means? Once fall camp kicks off, that's 15 practices, or if I'm not mistaken, or is it 20 practices this year? I think it's 20 practices before actual kickoff.
15
or is it 15? It's 15?
Like that.
It's somewhere between that 15, 19, 20, something like that. Bro, that you know what that means? Do you know what that means? Do you know what that, like, I got my hand in my head. I'm grabbing my hair because I'm excited. Like, it just resonated with me again. College football kickoff is at the end of the, like,
of August.
Come on, man.
Dude, I loaded up that NCAA game and I was jumping up and down like college football season started.
Oh, and so guess what, man? I haven't been able to get my, I'm transitioning, trying to get settled, but I had somebody reach out to me, man, and they were wanting to push this initiative, and I want to do this for the community. When I get my PS5, y'all, when I get my system set up and everything, I want to raise enough money, not to only get mines, but I want to give somebody a PS5 before Christmas. I want the Coach Smook Network. I want to be able to sponsor. So everything that you guys are donating, not only are we donating and contributing to autism awareness, right, monthly, but we want to do a real community giveaway. It's kids out here that they literally go to stay out of trouble. They go to their friend's house, or it's college kids out here that really, they don't have much in their dorm room. So a PS5 for somebody, to, even if you already got one and you got somebody that need one, to contribute to that. So we're going to launch an initiative, y'all. And not for me, because I said by the time I purchase mine, I want us to have raised enough money to contribute another one to another community, to somebody in the community, or somebody that's not necessarily in need of one, but could use one. And so y'all think about that, man. But yeah, I can't wait to get on it and start, tagging y'all and whooping y'all up, because I got a lot of people in the community that's been trying to come for me. You know what I'm saying? They talking a lot of stuff. You writing a lot of checks. I hope your tail can cash, because once I get on these sticks, it's up. So K-Dog, get your practice in. Use your time to get right, because and I'm gonna be doing it live on stream. I ain't sugarcoating nothing. We gonna go at it here in the AAA community, the Coach Smook Network League. It's gonna be fun, man. But how you liking the game so far?
Oh man, that game is lit. If I was gonna say, if Bama's anything like it, I know it's a video game now, but if it's anything like what I'm seeing, oh boy, this team's gonna be nasty. You got Malachi out there just snatching balls out there. Keon Sal. I mean, you just look at the game and look at it's almost like you're just watching the team in real life.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not even gonna lie, K. I was watching an Ohio State fan play with Ohio State, and I could realistically see that defense looking like how that defense looked But
Yeah,
hey, you
it's
know what else
crazy.
I seen with Bama?
Crazy.
I seen they got Milroe's accuracy. His mid level accuracy horrible right now. I think they
Yeah,
screwed my boy on that, but I see can't nobody keep up with him once he break past that first level. You know, so
no, he too quick.
he's and I mean shifty and everything. So the deep ball accuracy is there. I seen the deep comeback. I seen the guy playing with Bama, and he's a skilled gamer when it comes to Madden and those type of games. So watching him play with Bama, it was kind of like, dang, shoot, if he got them looking like. And see, when I do the live game simulations, I do realistic gameplay. So when I play, I'm not looking to put up 63 points on teams. I'm playing realistically, gameplay, game call, play calling, and everything. We're adjusting sliders so the defense isn't. We're not blowing everybody out. We're playing to win. So I think this is gonna be a live league that we about to create, man. So glad to hear that you are already engaged with it, and hopefully you join the league, man.
Oh yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it. My next team on the schedule is Georgia.
Oh,
and
we
I'm looking to put a butt whooping on them.
We might have to. I'm gonna have to find a way to start streaming some of y'all's
I'm-
games, man.
No, I'm gonna tell you something funny real quick. I played UCF. This is how realistic the game is. Played UCF, went into overtime with them. Won, but it was super close game in the high 40s. Tell me that ain't crazy.
And that's the type of team that would come out and surprise Bama. That's why I said I wouldn't be surprised if Western Kentucky comes out week 1 and just like opens it up first 2 drives, and everybody's like, "Oh, our defense is going to be horrible," and then the game ends. You know, we done beat them 52 to 13. You know what I'm saying? And people, our defense looks sucky against West. Well, Western Kentucky has a prolific passing scheme. They traditionally just produce offensive guys. If you look at a lot of the portal, a lot of guys coming out of the portal that a lot of these Power 5 schools are picking up come from the likes of USF, Western Kentucky, UCF, Tulane, all of these high-power options, SMU, all these offensive schemes. And you see the offensive coordinators are starting to get picked from these schools, too, to go to these Power 5. So something's happening. But, yeah, K-Dog, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Anything you want to say to the people before I let you off and open this phone line up?
Oh yeah, I just want to say we are praying for Uncle Jay, and you know, the voice of the AAA family, Zach, holding it down for us, always giving us a good time.
Yes, sir.
And he killed that last one.
Man, listen, you see,
ready, baby.
I don't know if you seen the look on my face. I don't see, because you remember last time everybody was laughing at my look. I was like, hold up. I came from behind the mic. I said, hold up. Is that what I think it is? And I heard it. I said, shoulders went shrugging. You know what I'm saying? Head getting up bouncing. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do, man. But yeah, K-Dog, I appreciate you, man, for calling in. And look, anytime we have calling segments, you on the show, definitely call in, man. I always appreciate the dialogue with you, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Off the show, man. Have a good week, and I'll probably call in another time.
For sure, man. Always, man. Thank you, and roll tide, man.
Oh yeah, roll tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. We out here today, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but we out here today. Phone line. The phone call segment is still active, y'all. 334-625-1121. Shout out to all 138 people in here watching live. We got 34 live on YouTube, 104 live on Twitter. If you're on Twitter right now, tap in. Call in on the phone line. If you're on Facebook watching, tap in. Call in. 334-625-1121. Say your name and put me in the game, coach. Say your name and put me in the game, coach. I want to hear your take. Alabama defense, 2024 defensive depth chart. The depth, the swarm defense. How key is the depth? And also we got a poll still running in the chat, y'all. Still running in the chat, in the YouTube chat. 36 votes right now. Which position group will lead this Alabama defense? Linebackers, defensive line, or defensive backs? Have we heard anything about Jaheim Otis lately? Jaheim Otis was nursing. He was coming back off of surgery for spring. That's what was going on with Jaheim. Going to be 100% going into the season. They didn't feel like there was a need for him to showcase anything or risk getting injured during spring ball, which to me, a kid that's been performing been playing through injury since his freshman year. Huge year for Jaheim. Gotta have him healthy. Gotta have him 100%. so he can do what he has to do to go on to the next level. Him, Tim Keenan, Tim Smith, Damon Payne, all of those guys have an opportunity to go to the next level after this season. So this season is going to be key for those four to produce. Why not be 100% healthy? Be in the best shape or the best form you can be going into the season. Y'all remember, I don't know if y'all remember Terrell Lewis. Y'all remember his injury-prone career during the Alabama. The year that he was supposed to come back and be the guy, come out the first game, he gets injured on a sack. He makes a sack, and that's his injury to end this season. Did it come back into the end of the year and still came in and made plays, you know? So you got to be ready. I think the staff did something good by not forcing him to participate during spring ball, and it's going to help him out. A kid like that, Jaheim Otis, young man like that, that's dedicated to the vision, you won't see him be down long, and you don't need to see a lot from him. What he does is what he does, and it fits this scheme. I think we're going to see a lot better run defense because of guys like Otis, Keenan, Latham, Tim Smith, Hunter Osborne, Jeremiah Beeman. Shoot, man. I mean, the depth at D-line is so, like, the defensive line is deep. I mean, James Smith is going to get some opportunities interior. Hunter Osborne is a guy, I can't wait, y'all. Like, a lot of these guys, once they get let loose, we're going to see why Alabama is so confident going into this season. We're going to see why Alabama is so confident going into the season. If Big Otis goes crazy, we could be an elite defensive line. We could be elite defensively. Not just Otis, man. I feel like even Tim Keenan, with his effectiveness, I think the fatigue has always been an issue for our O-line. Like, fatigue. You can't expect big bodies to be moving and covering space like that 50 to 60 times a game. You're gonna have to get that snap count down for the D-line. I think the average snap count for Michigan's starters in the last season was 38 snaps a game. And then the guys behind them were averaging 15 to 18 snaps. Somebody like Kane Womack will take that model and initialize it. You will see it. You will see it utilized very early. His dad did it at Ole Miss. Ole Miss didn't have a lot of depth. They didn't have a lot of talent, but they used everybody, especially on the defensive front. They used everybody. David Womack used that land shark defense. That's what they were pride themselves on, being able to get to the quarterback, being able to get pressure. The back end always being in position. And when they were out of positions because they legit got beat, you take those chances. Take those chances. Jordan Rice says the defensive line is low-key one of my favorite position groups for the season. 100%. Call in and share that. Somebody talk to me. I want a new caller. Where my female callers at? Where the female callers at? I want the females to call in. I need a female caller today. We had one the other day. It was Kristen calling the other day. I want my female callers. And y'all, if y'all haven't seen Cindy, I haven't seen my Cindy in the chat. She said her work schedule was changing. Y'all hit Cindy up. Tell her we miss her. AAA family miss her. How many likes we sitting at on the stream, y'all? How many likes we sitting at? Let me refresh this page real quick. Like, we're sitting at 72. Oh, that's solid. Let's get 2 more likes, man. Let's get 2 more likes. 3 more. No, 2 more. Sitting at 73. Get 3 more likes. 2 more likes on the stream, y'all. Let's get this thing to 75. And then we coming up on the 2. We're gonna close the phone line. We coming on the 10-minute count out mark. Our 2.5 hour mark. Let's go. I think we had a great show. For real. Appreciate you. 41 watches, 73 likes. Yeah. 41. And see, I like to do this because Twitter be having viewers. We be getting crazy viewership on Twitter. I like to get my pictures for my Facebook story. I think I'm gonna do a little video today though. We're gonna do a video. Always gotta let my people know I appreciate it every time. 151 total watching the show. Appreciate y'all, man. Let me get the comments. We got the coffee cup over here. Got the call line over there. Got the comments here. Yeah, we doing our thing today, baby. Roll Tide, everybody in the chat. And listen, the closer it gets to the season, I'm telling y'all right now, we're going to start having a lot more fan bases come in. I want y'all to bring that energy every time, y'all. Every time y'all come in the chat, bring that energy. And understand, when the fan bases come in, they're not going to agree with anything we're saying as Bama fans. But it's the point. It's the point of just being able to interact with other fan bases. That's why we're trying to grow the network. We don't want to just don't y'all get tired of hearing, not tired of, don't y'all want some heat? Don't y'all want some electricity in the chat? So start sharing it. Talk to your Auburn friends, all your Tennessee friends, all your Florida fans. Tell them that you have a content creator that you believe they will find entertaining. And we're going to dive into some different topics about college football this week. You know, different teams this week. We're going to give our takes and how Alabama compares to them. We're going to do a series starting the week of. It will be the week before. We're going to break down every matchup going into the season, leading up until kickoff. So the first one day we'll do Western Kentucky for a segment. Next day we'll do USF. Next day will be Wisconsin. We're going to do that for 2 weeks straight. So I'm going to need y'all to stay tuned in. We're going to break down film from last season and everything. We're going to have clips up. I'm going to have a few of the former panelists, coaches and stuff. Coach Sean and those guys, we're going to get them on. And we're going to start breaking down some film, start putting up clips, giving our takes. Going to bring it back here. You know what I'm saying? Because this is where it happens at. Shout out to all 155 total watching, man. 112 on Twitter, 42 on YouTube. Appreciate y'all for what y'all doing. And let me see. What we got announcements. Let's get to the announcements. And pull this banner up. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for this event, y'all. Tickets are still up for this event. Eventbrite. Tickets are up still for this event, y'all. And let me see. If I'm not mistaken, I think we only have 21 tickets left. I think we only have 21 tickets left. What's good? The Fan Addict. What's good, Smook? DB's my favorite position, checking into the show. Love. Y'all, Fan Addict. The Fan Addict, they have a sports talk show also, man. We'll be having them on as a guest sometime this week. Appreciate you for pulling up, fam. Appreciate you for pulling up 100%. They have a YouTube channel. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out, man. Show them some love. They grow on their network and everything. They grow on their brand. I love that new logo too, man. That junk fire. Pull that back up for me, Trina. That junk fire. Yeah, that's fire. Red, white, and black. Yeah, if Alabama had red, white, and black colorway, would y'all love it just as much? I don't know what it is. I love red, white, and black. That colorway for me just does it. That's why I hate Georgia so much. Why Georgia got to have fire colorway? Now, I love the crimson and white with the gray, you know. I love it. I love it. But I can't lie. Red, white, and black just do something. What up, Gary? Little bro in the chat. Finally pulling up. He probably just getting away from work now. Yeah, because it's lunchtime. He just getting away from work, tapping in, checking in. As always, the little bro. Oh, Cindy said she tried to call in. I didn't see it. I can't even see her. Has she been in the chat? Where my Cindy? Tell Cindy she could call in. Her buddy. Tell her she can call her buddy. Yeah. And y'all, yeah, that you know what? That red, white, and black, I don't care what y'all say. That's the most fire colorway. Name a team that has the colorway red, white, and black, general red, white, and black colorway, and they stuff look trash. Tell me. Somebody tell me. Is there a team with red, white, and black colorway and they jerseys look trash? Hey, the Fanatic. Hey, so this is my Georgia supporter content creator that we're gonna have, and it's gonna be some good dialogue. They talk good football. They talk real good football. Okay, we got a phone call, y'all. Thank you, Jesus.
Call from
Cindy. Put me in the game, coach.
Mm-hmm.
To accept, press 1.
Cindy. What's up, girl?
Hey, buddy.
How you
I'm
feeling
working,
today?
as usual. I'm doing good.
Look, working as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I could not end this show. I said, let me And I didn't know. I didn't see. I can't even find it right now. I'm looking now in the missed call log. I don't know. It was acting funny earlier in the show around
Yeah,
10
I
o'clock.
called my name and put me in the game, and it said you couldn't take my call right then. I wasn't worried about it though.
It's all good. Look, we got you on now. So look, Cindy, 2024 season. I know you love to see that high power offense, but we talking about defense right now. Give me the ladies' perspective. Speak for the ladies. Speak for the ladies. What is your feels?
I'm excited. I want to see how the new defense works with Womack. I've kind of been in his camp all along anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to see the Swarm defense. I think we're going to be good.
Me too, and especially, and I'm glad to get back to. I don't know when did we. I don't know if you know, and I'm gonna ask this to the chat also. When did we get away from being the defense that dictates the game? When did we get away from that? Like what year? Can you remember the fall off year when we stopped doing that?
Is it a couple of years ago?
I want to say maybe
right after the year that all of our defensive players got hurt.
So that's Christian Harris freshman year. So was that 2018 or was that 2018 or 2019? So that around that time,
I think it was a mix. Well, I think it's a mix between that and him not being able to get a decent defensive coordinator.
True, that part heavily. Even though I think before Pete Golden, I forget the gentleman's name, starts with a T. Come on, AAA family. Who was the defensive coordinator before Pete Golden? He was there for I think 2 seasons. And definitely could have. I believe we give him more time, we would have had a lot more production from him than Pete Golden. Tosh Lapoy, there you go, Moon Rocker. Tosh Lapoy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I feel like if we would have kept him around, he was doing good in recruiting. Pete Golden, he had Pete Golden on his staff as recruiting. So Pete Golden was doing good in recruiting. I think you keep that there. You give Tosh Lapoy 3 or 4 years, he probably would have been just as good not just as good. He would have been better, of course, than what we saw. Even with Kevin Steele last year. Kevin Steele was off a lot last year. You know?
He wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I was kind of happy with him. He was better than what we had.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Man, Pete Golden just made me stay up at night and not be able to sleep and made me pace and awful.
And you know what's crazy? It was one of them things coming into the game. You knew that our defense was going to give up 100 yards rushing with Pete Golden. You knew that they were going to move the ball up and down the field, but you knew that we would have a strong red zone defense. And I hated that.
Yeah.
I hated that. Like, why not be strong all the way up and down the field? Why not be a threat? Why not make people scared to throw the ball across the middle of the field like we used to have? And Pete Golden just never got that for me. So I'm glad that we're off to a new era. I think Kane Womack style, the aggressive play calling style, the blitzes, the stunts, all that's going to pay off is going to be attractive to the players that we're recruiting and even the players on roster. And I think it's going to be a great outcome for this team.
Well, as a fan base, we're kind of like the people that got burned. We're gonna take a wait and see attitude because we don't like getting burned.
Yeah, and it's the thing. It's like it's part of the life of being a college football fan. But even as a coach, man, you could come in and we've seen both coaches, primary coaches for each side of the ball, defense and offense. You've seen their systems work everywhere else. But sometimes you get into a system or you get into a place and you have too many assets available, and that's the problem. How do I use all of these assets without losing my identity of how I want this thing?
Yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting. I think this is going to be one of the better production years defensively. And last thing before I let you go, before we try to phase out of the phone call, I know you be trying to get up out of here. The defensive depth, like past the starters, past the Jaheim Otis, past the Tim Keenan, who on the defensive side are you excited to see really utilize their opportunities that they're going to get? Whether it's a young guy or older guy that's probably not going to be a primary guy, but who are you excited to see maximize their opportunities?
I want to see LT Overton because he was a transfer and we hadn't got to see him and like for a full season, and I think he's going to be great.
Mm.
Because didn't Saban recruit him to start with, and he went
He went to A&M.
A&M, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's going to be special. I think people are underestimating us too.
Oh yeah, and LT Overton is a guy. You talk to him, you ask him about his relationship with a lot of the guys in that D line room, that linebacker room, that edge room.
Mm-hmm.
They respect him because he came in playing out of position, right? And I think that's what sold him on A&M, being able to stand up, and they had this vision of creating him into this pass rushing specialist. But he's a guy with his frame and his size, he should definitely be sealing the edge and working against the bigger tackles, the bigger guards, using his skill sets and his pass rushing ability to get off the line, not trying to beat somebody with speed. He's not a speed rusher. So I think he's going to have a big year. And like I said, snap count, utilizing depth is going to be huge for the success of this defense. No matter who you put out there, I think you're going to have to use all of those guys in that defensive line room.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Isn't that what Womack is known for? To use different players like as a constant moving part, like
and
try to get in as many people as he can.
He talked about it the second time we got to do post practice coverage, and I actually asked a question about depth in the D line room, and he said that's probably the only part of the defense where he's 100% sure guys are going to get opportunities, young, old. You see a lot of mixture of guys because he's trying to create a balance to where you don't know how to scheme for a front because you're seeing so many different numbers. You're seeing so many different faces. So you can't say when Otis and Keenan are in, this is what to expect, because you gotta have to expect the same thing when it's Keenan and Smith, or Keenan and Edric Hill, or Keenan and we're bringing a bandit into the interior line, or Otis, or you're bringing two bandits in to play interior D line. So that's the type of rotation you're going to see. Guys are going to sometimes line up as bandits. Some going to line up as tackle, nose guard, nose tackle, defensive tackle. Those different positions, you're going to see guys rotate, and I think that's going to be a key to our success. And I'm excited about it.
Well, I got a question for you then. How? I know that rotating all the players would be advantageous to us, but how are they going to work when somebody's trying to give a fastball to them? I mean, will they be able to get out the personnel groupings in time?
So that's the key. How do you maximize those opportunities? And they practice this. I don't know if you remember me telling the story about how in between drills, the offensive line group was jogging to their next station, and Coach Cap just tore into the whole group. It wasn't even the whole group that was jogging. I think it was I want to say it was who's the transfer? But not Bertrand. What's the kid? Naquil Bertrand. He was walking, him and James Brockemeyer. They were kind of just casually walking to the next station, and he tore into the whole offensive line group, blew the whistle, got the whole attention of the offensive side of the practice, and everybody had to go back to their stations. It wasn't just the offensive line, it was everybody had to go back to the station, and they blew the whistle and had everybody jog to the next station. So in those small things, culture-wise, setting the expectation, that's when you could have, like last year, we saw it in the Michigan game.
We got caught by that.
We got caught by it, and it only happened one time. But then the second time you see us trying to get a sub in, you seen Hunter Osborne, or no, that was Damon Payne, like sprinting off the side, like sprinting off the field. You seen Tim Keenan come in right after the play was there, and you seen him get the call, and Michigan was hurrying to the line. They had just got a first down, and you see as the line is getting set, the ball is getting set, you see a defensive line. So small things like that in culture are going to matter. And I feel like that's why you see the D-line got a little bit lighter. You see guys slimming down. You don't see, you get what I'm saying? All that matters when you're talking about scheme and installing something new for this culture and the program at Alabama football program. But I think we set up good.
You're feeling it like me. I know you're feeling like me. I don't want to see second and third down and we fix to get off the field and we get a penalty because we can't get the right personnel on the field.
But that also entails to having that also entails having your position coaches on point too. A lot of times under Saban, defensive schematically, especially the last 4 or 5 years, Saban has had so much control, but he's being a game manager trying to manage the whole game. It's like, what's he thinking next? You know, what can we prepare for? And because the game plan changes, especially defensively, you have to make so many adjustments. You know, personnel groupings might have to change based off those. You might have been practicing with Tim Keenan and Jaheim Otis starting at the interior lineman position, but you're getting more production with 2 bandits at that position, and their snap count might need to get cut because of how we have to play. So, what personnel groupings are? How we change up that rotation? Now you have more leeway to handle that as a position coach, and I think that entails a lot smoother communication and transition between those positions. I mean, between those moments in the game.
Okay, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I hope it happens that way.
Me too, 100%. But Cindy, anything you want to say to the people before I let you off the line?
Roll Tide.
Cindy kept it simple. She said, roll tide, y'all. Much love, Cindy, and thank you for calling in, big sis.
All right, buddy. We'll catch you later.
All right. Love you.
All right. Love you.
All right. Y'all, today has been a day, baby. Today has been a day, y'all. It's very few people. It is a certain group of people that I want to call in, right? And like, I want somebody, it's a few people I want to hear start the show, and there's a few that I want to hear end the show. And I just got one of those people on. Cindy, I appreciate you for calling in, representing for the ladies on the Coach Smook Morning Show here in the AAA family in the community. Y'all, we're here at the end of the show. Don't forget to check out the Coach Smook Tailgate event. Coach Smook Tailgate Party coming at you live September 28th, 2024. Kicking down your door because you already know Coach Smook got that float. Let me stop. But nah, for real, y'all. We got that Coach Smook Tailgate Party. I think there's going to be I know this going to be an event to remember. Hosted by the Tailgate Party Committee, man. They do some great events. Everywhere they go, they shut it down. We got our own area, got our own section. Y'all, go follow this page. Shoot, go follow my event page. Stop playing with me. I'm just playing. Just go check it out, though. Saturday, September 28th, the event, they're going to allow us to start entering at 1 p.m. Parking is not reserved for this event, but there's a lot of parking available in the immediate area. You will not be walking 2 miles to get to this event. If you get there within, you're going to have to get in the tea time early anyways, but get there in a good timing. We're going to have our area set up. If you want to bring your own lawn chairs, bring them. We're still pricing. We got a few quotes on chairs and what's going to be available there for our section. But definitely take an opportunity to get your tickets, y'all. $60 for the regular ticket, get your regular t-shirt, and then $80 for the custom t-shirts. And everybody that gets in the custom t-shirt, be on the lookout. Your email should be coming here in the next 2 weeks so we can get these shirts made. And they will be available at the event. If you're not coming to the event, we'll ship them to you, all that good stuff. But all the shirts will be available at the event. So yes, pull up, get your shirt. And we do have a meet and greet the night before. T-Town Cafe is where we will be having our meet and greet. We'll be there from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. We'll be having a meet and greet. That's a time for us to show up. Just kind of congregate. We might do a live segment where we just do a fan interaction live and just get some interviews, some takes. We will have some Georgia fans at the meet and greet, right? Because the AAA community ain't just Alabama. It's all fans, right? So, yeah. Authenticity above all, man. Everybody be like, what's AAA mean? Authenticity above all. But that's what we got going as far as major announcements. Y'all, merch. I know y'all been asking. We got merch popping up this weekend. We will be able to do our online orders. I'm trying to figure out how to route it to my YouTube channel. So if anybody got expertise in that could share that with me. We want to route it to where you can order the merch through the YouTube channel and filter all that to one spot. What else we got? I think that's everything as far as announcements here on the network. We'll have to watch the replay. Got called away. No, Mary. Well, guess what? I'm confident that you're going to enjoy it. And Mary, thank you for showing up again today. You're a consistent supporter of the channel. And we love you, sis. We love you. And don't forget, check out that event link. Shout out to Trina for doing what's it? Gary said, you see this stuff about who? To Auburn? We was just talking about this before it happened. You wasn't in here. I told y'all, listen, Auburn has an opportunity for a lot of these offensive players to play year one, guaranteed. It's very few guys that's going to be able to go in behind the likes of what we brought in this 24 class and be a starter day one. Guys see an opportunity. And Smith is from Selma. That's Auburn territory. Selma is Auburn territory. So and it's still early. But you got to understand, this is a young man that can be a 5-star receiver. Like, he could be a 5-star receiver. He has that skill set. Alabama want him to play safety. You know, maybe Auburn gonna give him. Maybe Auburn gonna give him a chance to play both sides. You know, Travis Hunter did it. Why can't I? Because you're in the SEC. But I think, man, Derek Smith, I don't think the staff is going to give up on pursuing him. You give him his space, explore, do what he want to do. And he's not going to be the last one to decommit from this class, y'all. A lot of Derek Smith was an early commitment. He stuck through it, right? He stuck through it early, committed early. And now that we're just starting to see this staff to target guys that really, they're going with top 2 guys. And we already got one safety that we won in this 25 class. Derek Smith might have been number 3 on the board. And him not wanting to be stuck at wide receiver, free safety plays a factor in it. So yeah. But all this Auburn flipping, all these guys flipping to Auburn, beware. Because when it's different when you flip and you go to Ohio State or Oregon. I don't care. But when you flip and go to Auburn, now it's a little personal. It's a little personal. So I'm going to say this and I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Why would he want to go to Auburn to play wide receiver? Hold up. Go back, Trina. Why would he want to go to AU to play wide receiver with Thorne behind Thompson and Coleman? If he uses his head and not emotions, he'll firm up that commit to Bama. Nah, I'm going to tell you like this. They have Auburn is really big on giving their young guys opportunities, right? Or guaranteeing these guys opportunities, right? I think the messages are being sent differently, and these kids aren't stupid. They turn on the film and they look at this rest of this class, and I don't think Derek Smith at safety gets on the field until his second year, right? Doesn't even get an opportunity until his second year in this secondary room, right? Guys like Chuck McDonald, guys like Chuck McDonald, guys like who's the cornerback commit in this 25 class? Dejon Lee. Guys like who the other safety in the class? Chuck McDonald, Dejon Lee. Those guys like that, those are the type of guys that come on campus day one and they ready, right? They come on day one and they ready. A guy like Derek Smith, who plays both sides of the ball, he needs a year to develop. Same like Jalen Mbakwe. He had to play predominantly on the offensive side. Gets transferred to corner. So it's great progression and maturity in a short time, but he still needs to sure up on some things. Can he be a formidable option, rotational piece? Yes. But he's going to take this year to develop. Who else? I'm just looking at comments. And I think Chuck McDonald's going to end up playing safety at the second level too, y'all. I think he's going to end up playing safety. He's on at least 6'4", 190. It's an easier path to playing time at Auburn because they have a roster full of 3 stars, but 4 and 5-star players. He said bot. Yeah, they made it personal. They can do whatever. But honestly, man, look, on the boat trip with the guys throwing up links saying give Auburn. Yeah, man, it is. That's this new age of recruits, man. But that's what this college football game is coming to. And I'm not even going to say it's an NIL thing with Derek Smith. I think he just see an opportunity. Go to Auburn, man. Go to Auburn. You see an opportunity, go there. Make it work. Make it count. You get what I'm saying? Make it count. If you're going to be there, make it count. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all, we're going to get into some more talk. We might go live again. I'm about to get off here and do an edit. And then we're going to start filming. We got production coming up for another Under the Radar recruit. 2027 kid out of Smith Station High School, Jalen Huff. If y'all haven't checked out any of the content, man, go look up Jalen Huff, Jaylen Huff, Huff. He's another local kid in my area. from my hometown area, and I got him as the next feature for the Under the Radar, and we're looking for a 2026. We got a 26. We're looking for a 25 kid to cover. So if y'all got suggestions and they're in the state of Alabama or Georgia, let me know. We got some guys that we want to look at, trying to line everything up. So yeah, we get it. He said, quit lying. You about to go get you some food. Shut up, Gary. You, Antoine, Dwight, y'all leave me alone. Y'all know your boy got to eat. Y'all see the look, my t-shirt done shrunk and everything. I ain't gonna say I'm getting big. This t-shirt shrunk. All right. Oh yeah, Brett, you late. You late, man. We just got done talking about, we actually talked about it in the first 20, 30 minutes of the show. Derek Smith. Like I said, Anquan Fagas is my dude right now. I think we're gonna target Derek, Anquan Fagas. Him being at the cookout was huge. It's another safety in this class. I gotta go pull his name. Here we go. It's another safety in this class. I forget the young man's name, y'all. Where is it at? It's another safety in this class that we were targeting. And I think we're going to have a good chance at pulling him. And he was leaning towards Clemson. I think that's the guy I was talking about earlier, Jordan Young. I talked about him back in February, March. But Clemson was really on him heavy. And but seeing some things and looking at that trajectory, I think we might have a chance with him. Get him on campus, make him do what it do. And then you got a 3-star safety, Jackson Mosley. A lot of people not talking about him, but go check out his highlight film. Go check out his highlight film. He got some pop, and he fast. He's fast. A little undersized for the collegiate level. A little undersized. They got him listed. You look at him, he looked like he every bit of 165, 170, but they got him listed at 190. He's definitely not 190 at 6 foot. He's definitely not 190. But a developmental piece that would be a good sign for this class. I think we're dialed in on Anquan Fagas, though. I really think we're dialed in on getting him in. And that's we'll talk about it. We got recruiting talk tomorrow. I got Brody coming on. I got another guest coming on tomorrow. We're going to really talk some recruiting. Y'all know I'm really cool with Justin Smith. He probably going to come in and tell us about, if I can get him tomorrow, he's going to tell us about some of the guys that we're looking at for 26. We got a lot of stuff to talk about all week. So keep tuning in, keep supporting the channel. And I appreciate everybody that's popping up, man. I've seen a few faces that I haven't seen in a while. Thank y'all for pulling up today, man. It felt good to really be in here with y'all this morning. We made it to our noon hour. Tomorrow, though, if we do a morning show, we'll go back to our regular hour. I'm going back an hour early, or an hour earlier. Unless y'all like this this time, we'll do a poll on either the YouTube page and in a post style and see what the vibe is with that. But I really feel like we can get a lot more accomplished if I came on an hour earlier. And these are the results from the poll earlier. What position group will lead the defense? This is 51 total votes of from you all. Check this out. Everybody's excited about this defensive line. I am excited too. But this 13% that believe in the defensive backs, I have a good reason, a good thought of why you all think that. One, because I believe the D-line and linebackers are going to be so good that it's going to force a lot of turnovers. And the turnovers are going to be, the recipients of that gift are going to be the defensive backs. Just a little quick little explanation. But once again, under the radar, recruits, we got that coming up. Outside with Coach Smook, the Coach Smook tailgate party event, got that coming up. Yeah, we got a lot to look forward to. Thank y'all for tuning in today. I had fun as always. Every super chat that came through today, JB718 with $9.99, Uncle Jay with the $20 super chat. Thank you. LaQuasia checked in earlier with emojis. Appreciate her for pulling up. And everybody, man, everybody that pulled up, every comment, every share, every like, I appreciate you all 100%. I'm your boy, Coach Smook, and today has been a phenomenal day. I hope today's show gave you some motivation. And don't forget, stick with that faith, y'all. faith will get you through. God has reassured us that it is our time. It is our moment for us to take advantage of it and do what we do. So with that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. And I'm Coach Smook, and that's our Roll Tide, and I'm out, baby.
Eat money.
This one, the chemist.